Hell yes. Welcome back to episode 3 of Depresso Espresso. It's your girl Queen Ice White and
Chroma.
wrong direction.
Yo.
What the fuck? It's mirrored. Oh, okay, I guess I gotta go like this. I have to point towards my
Oh,
window.
I don't like that.
Oh no. Oh
It
no
is
no
mirrored.
no.
Can we
It's
fix
mirrored.
that?
I don't like it. I don't
That's
like
okay.
it.
That's okay.
Alrighty, so we are officially live in episode 3 of Depresso Espresso, and I'm ready to just get straight into it. Today's topic:
Indeed.
ADD, ADHD, and how they fall into one another. I'm just gonna wait for everyone to get into the chats, and we are
I'm
live.
looking for my stim
And
stuff
then,
because when I don't stim, I rock in my chair. So
yeah, no worries. You stem. All right, I'm just gonna
got it.
quickly get the link to this wonderful stream so I can link it for all the other depressos in the server.
Mhm. I'll try not to stim too much.
No, you stem. You stem as much as you need to.
Cherry's here. She caught it. Welcome,
Hey,
Cherry.
perfect.
Welcome. Welcome.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna make sure you get it. I just actually at the Depressos in the Depresso Espresso channel and dropped the link right here. So I was gonna make sure that you were going to be able to catch it. So no worries there. Um, but yeah, I want to make sure that nobody is left behind. Welcome, my dear. Welcome.
Your room is
So
so pretty. Sorry. I have to do stuff with my
do I
background
need to
because
get
you got everything going
do
on.
I need to cover this for
No, no,
this
it's
episode?
nice. It's nice. It's good.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right. So all I need to do, I think, is just make sure I have this in the background. Perfect. I can see everything straight from here. Beautiful.
Everything
Wonderful.
is
All
everything
right.
is opposite.
Everything is opposite and it's going to be throwing me the hell off because I have to
It's okay.
point at, if I want to point at you, I have to point
Yeah.
at my fucking window. I don't like that.
It's
Rude.
okay.
Fucking
We'll
rude.
get used to it, I'm sure.
But hello, everybody. I know some of
Hello,
you
hello.
are just going to be joining us now. It is I. We officially have cams on. Hell yeah. Um, the third episode. The topic of the day is ADHD, ADHD, which
Yep.
he and I both have. So this is going to be a
hmm
doozy and a half.
I've had it for a
Um,
very long time and have suffered greatly from it. And
ugh,
Taylor has had it also for a long time. She just recently realized it though.
yeah. Well, when you have an armada of
Yeah.
other mental health issues that are literally covering up the fact that you have ADHD.
hmm
Yeah, it doesn't help. It doesn't help at all.
It's okay.
But we
A
definitely
lot of
want to
things
start
overlap.
this. Oh yeah, mental health overlaps like a
hmm
motherfucker. But
hmm
let's start it off. Chroma, how are you? How are you doing? Really?
I'm good. I'm a little stressed out because I got stuff going on with appointments and everything, and my whole name change thing I have to do before I get my diploma in June. But
You got time. Shit.
yeah, well, I have to get it done before May because that's when
Mm.
they print everything and whatnot. But yeah. But besides that, I'm doing pretty good.
So you
I'm
tell
content.
me, between now and next month, you need me to take you to DMV and get yourself sorted because I can do that.
Well, I need to wait until I get my stimulus first because it's like $250.
I,
So
I got
I it's
$250.
no, we're not doing this. Not live. Not live. But I have to work on that. I have a bunch of appointments coming up in March with my endo and with Delucia, my
Mm,
top surgeon,
mm,
follow up and everything.
mhm.
Um yeah, so I just got stuff that I have to work on. And I also want to
Alright.
get back into streaming, so yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get back into streaming. Speaking
Yeah.
of that, did you
hmm
install Spyro yet?
Oh, I installed it last night and I did two levels. But
Okay,
I was dead tired, so I can stay on Spyro literally
for hours.
for hours, yeah. And it was already 4 a.m.
Mm,
So
bruh.
sorry.
I knew in my soul when you're just like, when I text you this morning, I'm like, good
Yeah, I was like,
morning, and you're just like, and you barely was able to say morning, and I'm like, oh, he definitely stayed up when he said he wasn't.
Yep, yep.
Mm.
I'm going to sleep early tonight though. I
Okay.
promise. I promise. I'll probably be on Nomensky a little bit, but besides that, yeah, I'm good. I'm doing very good. Yes, our faces are on show for once, Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nervous about it because
Petey, Petey
people
the
don't.
poet, Petey the poet is here.
Peter? Oh, poet. Hello, welcome from Discord.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
We got the G layer up in this bitch. Hell
Hell yeah,
yeah.
hell yeah. So how are you? Really?
Great.
How are you?
Fucking
Great?
great.
Yeah?
Great.
Go
Mm-hmm.
on. Tell me
Which is
about it.
what I'm eating right now, so I'm content.
Hmm.
Two, one major life event.
Hmm.
I own Velvet now. I own
Yay!
Velvet.
I'm proud of
She's
you.
mine's. She's mine.
Hmm.
And I'm
Velvet is a
so
car,
happy.
by the way, for
Oh,
everyone
my
that doesn't
car.
know.
My
Yeah.
sexy, sexy, velvety smooth gray metallic Chevy Cruze.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
love her. I've been waiting so long. It's been a
I
long
know.
3 years in that damn lease, and now she's mine. I
Yep.
officially have her financed, and the next year I will be paying her off entirely. And ha ha ha, in your face, bank.
Proud of you.
But yeah,
Proud of you. You did it.
I did it. I did it.
That's what
Um,
that's what I was saying, Lewis.
yeah,
Wouldn't be a
yeah,
power stream if he wasn't eating. I said
yeah,
that just beforehand.
yeah. I was shaking it, and I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
tossing my salad right now. And he's like, yeah, of course you're gonna be eating during this. Why? Of course. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
beforehand and during, and maybe afterwards if there's
probably.
leftovers.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm not really eating because I only have a snack in front of me, and it's sunflower seeds, and I doubt people want to watch me like take seeds out of my mouth every few minutes. So, yeah.
Hmm. I'm not bothered whatsoever. If they can listen to me chomp away at salad and watch me put shit in my mouth,
Mhm.
and also watch me talk with my mouth full, then I think you'll be okay with the occasional boop because you're so gentle with it too. You're so gentle. But anyways, ADD, ADHD. That's what we're here for, and we got a lot of that between the two of us. So
Oh yeah, too much to be honest.
no worries there. But yeah, overall, what is ADD, ADHD? One, ADD, most people do not know this, but it actually falls under the umbrella of ADHD as a whole. So, take a shot for every seed. No, no,
I'm about to
because
give
he can eat.
someone alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, I would die. I would literally die. And I can handle my alcohol, but the way he eats sunflower seeds is absolutely inhumane.
Why?
Oh man.
I can put like 5 in my mouth right now and just eat them all, but I'm
Hmm.
not gonna do that. I'm going to take it slow and tame.
But yeah, what is ADHD? ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, that's what the acronym stands for, is a disorder marked by an ongoing pattern of inattentive and or hyperactivity impulsivity that interferes with functioning or development. Now, what are examples of these? Oh,
My entire life.
yeah. Literally us in any stream together since every Depresso Espresso podcast.
Our personalities in
Yeah,
general.
I guess it's what's it called? It's been instilled in us for uh, what, decades now? A decade?
A decade, yeah.
Over a decade actually.
Hmm.
Let me pull it up so I can kind of go over a little bit like what the differentiation between the inattention and the hyperactivity and impulsivity. So
Hmm.
with the inattention, that's more leaning towards the ADD part and lack of hyperactivity. So someone like wanders off task, lacks persistence, they have difficulty sustaining focus, they're disorganized, and they're not usually due to like defiance or like lack of comprehension. It's just their brain takes them elsewhere. And then the hyperactivity part is just the person seems to move about constantly, including situations where it's not appropriate, like fidgeting, tapping, talking. In adults, it's extreme restlessness or wearing others people out with constant activity. Impulsivity means a person makes hasty actions that occur in the moment without first thinking about them, and that may have a high potential for harm or desire for immediate reward or an ability to delay gratification. An impulsive person may be socially intrusive and excessively interrupt others or make important decisions without considering long-term consequences. Um, it's really hard. It's usually the inattention and the hyperactivity slash impulsivity that are the key behaviors of someone with ADHD. Some people only have problems with one of the behaviors, while some people have both inattention and hyperactivity or impulsivity. Most kids have both, and in preschool, the most common is hyperactivity. But it's normal to have like some type of inattention, unfocused
Mhm.
motor activity, and impulsivity. But like,
It's when it's taken to an extreme
yeah, but like for
is when
people
it's
with
diagnosed.
ADHD, it's like on the severe end. They occur so much more often, and they interfere with and reduce the quality of like how they function socially at school, at work. Um,
Mhm.
holy shit, that's a lot of information.
You don't have to read it all.
I'm not gonna. Um, but yeah, the main difference, as I mentioned, because a lot of people paired ADD and ADHD against each other or with each other. It's really pretty much ADD is the type of ADHD, and it is the separation is mainly that it does not involve the constant movement and fidgeting. But there's such a blurry distinction. Like
Mhm.
there was a huge confusion back in like 1994, I think it was 1994, where they doctors decided like all forms of attention deficit disorder, ADD, would be called attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, even if the person wasn't hyperactive. Now it's called ADHD, an attentive type, or ADHD hyperactive impulsive type, or
Mm.
ADHD combined. I have ADHD combined. I know that for a fact. Me and my psychiatrist and my therapist have confirmed it. It's just you need a neuropsychiatrist or psychologist. I forget which one. I think it's a psychiatrist to actually diagnose you. You can't just get this diagnosis from anywhere. You have to like go in for an intake. And right now, due to COVID, can't do that. So that's on the back burner right now. But I'm very aware, very hyper aware, because my best friend made it very clear to me on a regular
Yeah,
basis.
yeah. I thought you were aware of it for the
No,
longest, but I guess
10
not.
years, 10 years. He just
Yikes.
found out. 10 years of a friendship. He just realizes now that I had no idea that I had ADHD.
Yeah, because I just assumed because we would have conversations about like my ADHD and like how I deal with it or how it affects me and whatnot. And you would like be like, "Oh yeah, I deal with that too." So I'm like, oh, "Okay, so she has ADHD," but you never made the connection for yourself.
No, 'cause I'm bipolar.
Yes.
I have
Yeah.
chronic depression. I have
Mhm.
PTSD. I also am undiagnosed borderline personality. So, fucking
Everything.
yeah. Oh man.
Everything is just overlapping and everything. But yeah, yeah. ADHD is a trip to deal with,
Mm.
to be honest. I thought for the longest that I was only attention deficit, which I'm definitely attention deficit, but I do have that hyperactivity part
Oh, you
because
do.
I stim. I
Hmm.
stim all the time, and stimming is just like stimulating your senses, and it's like when you're in school and kids have a hard time focusing, they'll chew gum or
Hmm.
they'll fidget with their pencil or whatever. Like that's what stimming is. There are so many types of stimming.
I click
There's
my pen. and it
Yeah.
pisses everyone around me off. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. What's wrong with you? Like, I'm doing my shit. I'm like, stop clicking the pen. Okay, cool. 20 seconds.
Yeah. Because it feels good for us to do that. Like I have this cool little this cool little fidget thing, and it has a bunch of different things on it. And my favorite one is this one, and where is it? This one, this little on and off switch. I can't figure out where. Right, and that makes sounds. And when I do it in public, people hate it, and I have to do what's called masking, which sucks. Masking is it's basically putting on a figurative mask to not show like stimming or fidgeting or symptoms of ADHD, because normal people don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm almost constantly stimming. I've been trying to mask right now, because I rock in my chair to stim. I've been messing with this the entire time,
Don't
which is just like a
don't
little thing.
mask, dude. This is a whole episode dedicated to shit.
I know. It's just people aren't used to it, and I'm scared.
Don't
But
be scared. We're all depressives in our own way and got our own
yeah,
shit. If anyone
yeah.
decides to judge you on that, then I'm gonna square up and I'll identify as a problem.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Let's see. Ooh, we have
Cherry
real life
says
example. How long we see them both zone out multiple times. It's gonna happen.
probably, yeah. When Taylor's talking, I'll zone out, and I'll come back, and I'll like have to like catch up in my brain on what she said. It's happened so many times. Um, Cherry says the thing I don't like though, it's a lot of doctors will say someone has something that they don't have. I went to a therapist before, and they tried telling me I had a psychotic disorder, which I don't.
Well,
Yeah.
you gotta be careful with that because if they're a therapist, they are not legally licensed to what's it called?
Diagnose that.
Yeah, they can't diagnose you. The only way you can get a diagnosis is if you go through a psychiatrist. They're able to medicate you and give you accurate diagnoses.
Cherry. She goes, Chroma, be you. Fuck everyone else. Not literally, because that's a lot of sex.
Nah, he's a
Thank you,
hoe. Fuck
Cherry.
everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very hard to be myself. It's easy to be myself when I'm by myself, but when I'm with other people, I've learned to mask everything so I appear what's the word? Neurotypical.
Yeah, neurotypical.
hmm Instead of neurodivergent, which is what most people are, to be honest. People who have mental illness are neurodivergent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, did you watch that TikTok that I sent you of the thing about accents?
Yeah, I seen that one before.
Oh, you have? Oh,
Is it
okay.
the one where people who do accents are usually neurodivergent?
Mm-hmm.
Um, thank you, Cherry. Uh, people don't think that. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't care. Caring is society has taught us to care too much about what other people think, and we shouldn't do that. We should honestly care about ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How's that salad? It looks really good.
I'm not eating
I'm,
salad anymore.
what are you eating? What is that?
Risotto, vegetable risotto.
Ooh, that looks
Carbs.
good.
A whole lot of carbs.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Uh,
Sorry.
wait, what about accent? Oh,
Yeah,
do you have the TikTok?
I do. I do have the TikTok. Um, boop, boop. Skip ad.
Chicken nuggies.
Please don't
I
be
like
loud.
chicken nuggies. You can throw all the chicken nuggies at me.
I love chicken nuggets.
Yo, what's
Chicken.
up, man? I suck at accents too. Doesn't stop me from doing them.
Yeah, no, it does not. It does not stop me. Okay,
I try
so
not to do it with Paul or Lewis in the party, but they're gonna have to put
okay,
up with me at some point.
so I'm gonna play this, and you guys aren't gonna be able to see it, but I'll try to see if I can make sure. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna fucking do it full volume because I don't give a shit. So this right here, it's a TikTok. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna play it.
Accents that will slip out from time to. Do you mean like this? Because this is actually something we do because we're neurodivergent. So what we do is mirror accents. It's a real thing. I have learned about this through psychology. I teach psychology. Basically, if you are neurodivergent, we tend to mirror or mimic people that we speak with to come off as like more normal. So when someone has an accent, we'll pick up on it and start to do it with them, which means that when there's no one to mimic or mirror in a conversation or at a certain time, we'll just randomly break into different accents. Basically, you kind of like throw spaghetti at the wall, and whatever sticks, we start to do, which tends to be accents. So there's a lot of us out there. I hope this answers your question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and it was someone who is neurodivergent that was asking that question. But no, I do it all the time. I do it all the time. Shits and giggles. It slips out. 99.9% of the time is to make fun of our lovely token English men in our lives. Hey Fabian.
My go-to is pip pip cheerio, and that's it.
Pip pip cheerio. I don't know if I have like a favorite phrase. I do. If I do, please tell me. Aha! You son of a bitch! I knew you were there. I knew I was missing some carbs. I was like, I ate my salad, but where's my
Lewis, you are the accent king, man. You're so good at them.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, the accent king himself. Well, no, it's more so along the lines of like you do it because one, you're good at accents, and also not necessarily in the neurodivergent sense where what's it called? Where you're doing it to fit in. It's more so you're doing it because you're our jokes. I mean, I'm trying not to speak on your behalf, but last time I checked, you're our funny buddy, and you do it at the right time every single time, and always just
cracks everyone up.
Chef's kiss, always perfection.
Yep.
But like when we say accents, doing accents, we'll just like be casual, like in a conversation, and then he'll say something, Aiden will say something, or someone else will say something, and my brain will just immediately just go, "You what? You what?
You what, mate?
You what?"
I love that. Or my favorite one is I can't believe you've done that. Great.
I can't believe you've just done this.
I can't believe you've done that. Or what a bottle. Harry Potter. I love it so much. I'm so sorry, Lewis.
It's great, but you can do accents and don't know where they're from.
What do you mean? Like you don't know where the accent is from?
Mate, you do not have to worry one bit about where they come from.
Yeah, just do anything.
Yeah, literally anything.
I open a conversation in parties all the time with hello.
Hello.
Hello. Which is just
either it triggers someone in the party and they immediately go, hello,
yeah.
Potato vodka, and or
it just slips out sometimes. We could be I'm sometimes by myself and I just do it. And it's actually, if you think about it, it's a vocal stim.
It is.
Yeah. Because it just comes out sometimes. But yeah. Stimming.
Like good. How did you shrink in your chair? Is your chair broken?
No, I'm just
damn
not.
You're short as fuck, that's all. I'm gonna get you a booster seat for your chair.
Excuse me? I don't need a booster seat. She really said you need a booster seat for my chair. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh man.
Hello, my name is Peter. How may I help you? Oh no, sorry, Pietro. My name is Pietro. My name is Lugash. My name is Jeff.
But yeah, my name is Jeff. But
I
that
do a stereotypical Mexican one too. Anytime I see Fabian's name, my brain goes, hold on. Don't look at me.
okay, I won't look.
Is you'll know immediately what I'm talking about, and he'll know immediately. But I'm just like, hey Holmes, what are you doing? No. What's the guy's name? Ramon from Cars, like Cheech and Chong.
I
Cheech?
don't.
No. Oh.
No. I know who they are. I know who you're talking about, but I haven't seen any of that in like
Like the
years. So
stereotypical Mexican. I always think
yeah,
of that.
yeah,
Anytime I see Fabian in the chat, I'm just like, hey
yeah,
Holmes, what are we doing over here?
yeah. Like the super derogatory accent, like, "Hey, ese, how's it going?" Like
Yeah,
that sort
how's
of
it
thing.
going, ese?
Oh man, but yeah,
Mírale, what are you
accents
doing?
just suddenly coming out in accents is in my eyes technically a vocal stem, which
Yeah.
vocal stems can come out in many different ways, um like Taylor and other people will often hear me in a party go
Yep.
that's one of my vocal stems. It's when I'm feeling uh what's the word, um frustrated, not frustrated, but like impatient.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. Or me and Taylor and Paul's things. Hapapa. Hapataka.
Bitch.
Hatachich. But yeah, it's all fun. ADHD can be fun sometimes.
It definitely can be fun, without a
Yeah.
doubt. Other times it can be debilitating because
Mhm.
eh,
Memory problems.
that's the word I was gonna say. Shit. And
So
your brain just zonking out for a hot minute.
yeah.
Or zooing out. That's what you say. I'm
Zooted?
completely
Yeah.
zooted, my dude.
I'm like absolutely zooted. But that's the word I used when I was on Oxy after my surgery.
We're not you on the big boy drugs. Hold on, guys.
I was on them big boy drugs.
Oops.
They were good. But I didn't abuse them. Don't do drugs, kids. Where'd
Just
she
smoke
go?
them weeds.
Just smoking them weeds.
Um,
The devil's
how am I
lettuce, you know?
supposed to do this without fucking it up?
What are you
Excuse
trying to
me.
do?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Move. Pinche mierda. All right. Okay. There we
Oh, chill. So much aggression.
go. Yes. Fucking motherfucker. All right. You guys are gonna move with me. No, my chancla. No, move.
Chancleta.
Hi. Don't look at me.
Hi. What are you doing?
I'm plugging in my charger.
My fidget. Excuse me for a
Okay.
second.
All right. But no, chat.
I'm back.
Seriously.
What?
Chat. No, I'm about to ask the end all be all question because no one's said anything.
Right.
Actually, I don't even think we asked the chat, to be honest.
How they're doing?
Disrespectful.
Whoops. Sorry, ADHD.
Yep. Bro,
We
I told you
forgot.
this is gonna be a loaded ass fucking episode. Good thing we started early.
Mhm.
But overall, how the fuck are ya? How are you really doing? How are
Yes,
you really doing?
we want the honest truth. How is everyone doing? How's your week been? How's your life been? We want to know.
I wanna know. Can you show me? Actually, that's one thing that I do. That's definitely ADHD. Is if
Breakdown song.
a break on song, yeah.
Yep. That's another one.
Mm-hmm. Would that be vocal stimming or just your brain stimming?
Could be vocal stimming.
I heard.
Yeah.
Let's
Stimming
see.
is anything to just stimulate your senses.
True.
Yeah.
Mm. Update
Good.
on the lad from earlier. He unmatched me. Wow, rude bitch.
I didn't say good to that. I said good to Lewis.
Oh, where?
I didn't want to. I didn't want you guys to mix that up. And he goes, "Life is pretty much still the same. Feel a little better than I was last episode. Good. I'm glad that
Good.
you're feeling better."
Improvement is key.
August says she's still on the road. She'll be back. She's losing signal. I feel that.
No
That was
worries,
happening to
boo.
me earlier.
You good?
It's happening to me earlier.
You good?
Anybody else want
Let's
to
see.
tell us how your life has been?
Doggy's head hurts. She needs some water and some
She needs some
naproxen.
milk.
Oh my god. This is gonna be a travesty of an
Impulsiveness.
episode. Impulsiveness, yes. Impulsiveness rules our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Unfortunately.
Alright. PD, the poet, says I'm great. I had an hour nap. Ooh.
Nice.
And you feel good after? Oh
It's like
my
a power
god.
nap.
That's a beautiful thing. I can't take naps because I'll feel like I'm dying afterwards.
Yeah, it depends for me. If I want to take a nap, then I'll feel good when I wake up. But if I fall asleep, then I feel like I'm waking up in hell.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Yeah.
Cherry. Solid, honestly. Solid. I vibe with that. I completely vibe with that. I know I said it was great, but like I completely understand. 110%.
The key smash?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how she's feeling.
Yeah, I feel you.
Are
I
you overwhelmed? Is there something we need to talk about? Do I need to square up with somebody?
Yes, same. Naps make me feel good, but then when it comes to sleeping at night, it takes ages. That's also another thing having to do with ADHD, sleeping problems. And
Mm-hmm.
people don't really make this connection that often, but if you have ADHD, then you most likely have sleeping problems as well because your brain can't shut off. It just keeps going.
Mm-hmm. More anxiety. That
Yep.
also is a thing. That also comes
Hypervigilance,
from.
stuff like that.
Yep.
But that
Again,
also comes
also,
from PTSD as well, depending on the
yeah.
situation. Yeah.
A lot of this blends into each other, which is
Mm-hmm.
the toughie. Honestly, Pete, if anything, at some point in your life, if you want to make this, what's it called? This life decision for yourself, of course, go see a therapist and a psychiatrist and get diagnosed and find out what's going on because it's sometimes very draining to not know exactly what's going on in your life, especially when it comes to something as severe as mental health issues. Even if it's on a minor scale, it's something that you should all take an account for because you need to take care of yourself. And self-care starts with making sure that you know what's going on. Not only physically, but mentally too. And that's something that I stand by and breathe by, and that's why I actually caught some of my mental health disorders, specifically borderline personality disorder. I started figuring out a little quick. And then I was like, hey, Iden, hey, Paul, hey, so-and-so and so-and-so. I need you to look at this list and tell me everything that I've ever done on this list. You do not tell me, you do not ask questions. This is unbiased. If I have done anything along these lines, you need to highlight it. And then, of course, you send it back to me. And they sent it back to me, and they all said the same thing. And I'm just like, well, shit. Well,
Yeah.
shit. And then of course, what's it called? See, don't do tests. Don't do tests like that because PTSD cannot be diagnosed that way without a psychiatrist. I'm gonna make that clear right now. You need a psychiatrist to diagnose PTSD. Anxiety is pretty general, but you would need a diagnosis to actually, confirm or deny it. And that's what psychiatrists are for. Therapists, no matter what anyone tells you, cannot diagnose you. They cannot diagnose you. They cannot medicate you. They are there for a preventative measure and talk therapy.
Mm-hmm.
That is that, because I could get so heated that no, I'm gonna shove more risotto in my mouth because
So, Cherry has some stuff. She goes, people keep testing me. Especially people keep running their mouth about how I parent my goddamn kids. It's like, bitch, if I wanted your opinion, I would have asked. Don't come at me and tell me I'm a horrible mama. What? Who do I have to square up with?
Cherry, I need your location and the locations of the many people that are harassing you, because
Yeah, the names,
I'm gonna end it.
social security numbers, phone numbers of the people who's wronging you in any way. What? Wait, what?
No, they're talking about. Oh no, they're talking about like they're saying, oh, she's supposed when she says fucking every time they can hear you, that's a way of saying like, oh, she's out and about, she's hoeing, and then is apparently I don't know what DN means.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Goddamn individual. What?
God.
Which individual? I'm confused.
Yeah, me too.
There are many individuals in this world. There's 7 billion of them. Which individual?
Is it
I have
God?
hundreds.
Apparently, fucking my God. Who's your God? Sorry, am I taking this the wrong way?
No,
I'm sorry.
as I break my back.
Don't break your back.
Oh, that
Don't
was
do
great.
that now.
No, I needed to. Can't sit like
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Oh, you're home.
Oh.
Hell no! Hell the fuck no!
What? No. Just ignore those people, man. They
Motherfucker!
live to make you feel
Stir
shitty.
up shit.
Yeah.
Lord
Ignore it.
Jesus, they beat us
Yeah.
in you every which way.
Should we go into our question of the day now and the accompanying subject matter along with
Yes,
that?
sir. Please do.
So our question of the day, which was given to us by Sir Paul, which is what I call him sometimes, about a few weeks ago was, is anyone putting anything off that they need to get done? Which I asked him, and I'm like, hey, can I take that question for the Depresso Espresso podcast? Because that's actually a really good question having to do with like ADHD and executive dysfunction. So before we go into that, are you putting anything off, hon, that you need to get done?
Are you asking me as my friend or asking me as someone who knows some bullshit?
I'm asking you as both your friend
And someone who knows my bullshit?
and someone who knows your bull. And also you told me not to lie or mask on the podcast, so
You right.
that goes for you too.
I'm masking. I do not mask.
I
Sir.
mask all the time, sir.
Only time I mask has to do with my trauma. I'm good.
We're not gonna get into that just yet. That's a whole different episode.
That's a whole episode that needs a
Yeah.
lot of warming up to do.
Yeah.
You mean laundry? Is that the
Whatever
bullshit?
is on your mind, honey bunch.
I think that's the only thing.
Is that the only thing?
I think that's the only thing that I have like yet to do. Actually, no, I can't say that because I put laundry in yesterday. It's still in the dryer. And the other load of laundry is right over there to go into
Yeah, I have
the
laundry
wash.
as well that I need to do.
But
I finally folded my laundry the other week. Yeah, which doesn't happen. I usually live out of my my basket most of the time. But for me, I think the only thing that I'm putting off is probably checking my blood sugar regularly.
Bruh.
Because I'm taking my meds regularly, at least. But
Bruh.
I'm not very good at checking my blood sugar. And I'm also not very good at going to sleep on time.
Oh yeah, no, you're terrible at that. You're
Because
garbage.
video
He
game.
he even takes meds and he ain't even doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they used to work, but now it takes like 2 to 3 hours for them to work. Hello, Toxic. How are you doing?
Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. Are you home now? Are you home now, husband? I'm gonna
Peter
call him
says
husband everywhere.
Peter says he's putting off college work.
Ooh, I'm
I
telling.
can I can tell you from experience, don't put off schoolwork. Don't put off schoolwork. I'm 20. How old am I? I'm 23,
Brady,
right?
you turn 24 next month.
Yes, I'm turning 24 next
Oh,
month. Okay,
bitch.
ADHD. I can tell you from experience, I'm 23, about to be 24, and I just graduated for my high school diploma last week. So don't put off college work. I believe that you can do it. Toxic goes, I'm one of the reasons he stays up. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's extremely accurate, yes.
Lately, yes.
Huh?
Me, I said lately, yeah, he is one of the reasons you stay up late, and I'm like, fuck
Mhm.
y'all, I'm tired, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
My old
Yeah.
ass like, no. Who?
Yeah. Good for you, Peter. keep going the way you're going. You'll do good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fix shit.
What are you trying to fix?
A bot error.
Oh no. Was it Nightbot?
No,
Or
me 6.
oh, gotcha.
Because I noticed that one of our lovely queens in our Discord went live, but it didn't actually update to say that they went live, and now I'm
Look at this
salty as
girl.
fuck.
Doing Discord work while she's in a podcast. That's dedication right there.
No, it's I don't even know what this classifies as, but it's I don't know how to not work.
OCD.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
I'm a workaholic. I mean,
You are.
you should see me yesterday. I was homesick yesterday.
Mhm.
Food poisoning, and I was really mad too because I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Mind you, who the fuck in their right mind would be mad over the fact that they couldn't go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning? Mind you, I was up at 5. Well, normally I'm up at 5:50. I give myself like a 20-ish minute leeway to kind of wake up and comprehend that I'm up. 6:15, start getting ready, go to work in the building by 7 o'clock, and then I work until like 5 or so. But like, who the hell in their right mind is upset about not having to work that early in the morning, especially having to do a delivery truck? And what I mean by that is in a restaurant, in large scale restaurants, we get deliveries, and they're twice a week, and they drop the shit off the ass cracking on, and then you have to put everything away. When I tell you the truck, I mean like they have to fill up the entire cooler. You have to like move around and shuffle around and be like a little cat and put everything in its place and stuff like
Tetris.
that. Huh?
Tetris.
Yeah,
Gotta play Tetris with the
yeah.
boxes.
You play Tetris with the boxes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's at 7 o'clock in the morning. Who the hell wants to do that? But no, I was salty as hell. I was like dying from food poisoning for a good couple hours from like 3:30 in the morning to like 10 or so in the morning. So that's a walking health code violation. I can't go into work, and I really want to go into work. I'm like, hey, can I come in at 11 if I feel good? And he's like, no. I'm
Nope.
like, fuck. because you gotta be 24 hours without symptoms. And I'm like, I'm 24 hours without symptoms, but I RTO'd today because of what's it called? Responsibilities for the server, etc. So yeah, here I am now, and I'm still in the stage of I haven't done anything productive, even though yesterday I got like 15 to
Bunch of
20 things done for my own channel. And then planned out a whole armada of stuff for the staff meeting for the Discord, and also managed to also solidify my meeting at the car dealership to make sure I owned my car by the end of today because I wasn't fucking around. So it was just like, I don't know how to stop. So like I saw that it was an error with the bot, and my brain went, "You gotta fix it. And you gotta fix it right now." I was I was trying to do it like low key incognito, but everyone can see me looking down.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I can't even do anything right now. I have to do it on my laptop, but I'm not gonna do it on my laptop. So wait.
That's okay.
I'm grumpy.
That's just how you function. That's A-okay.
Me and you. Blah, 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 I can't read it. Me and you both, wife. Me and you both work too much and never stop. Yep. I find alternatives. You can't fucking stop me. I just wish that energy I can translate into, like, actually doing the shit that I'm supposed to be doing, like laundry. What the fuck? I can't
But
put
because
laundry away.
we have ADHD, we get executive dysfunction.
Oh, right. That topic that we were
How
supposed to
smooth
get.
was that segue? All right. How smooth?
That was pretty smooth considering we were supposed to get there a while ago. Executive dysfunction. Boop.
There you go.
Is a term used to describe a range of cognitive, behavioral, and emotional difficulties. And i.e., individuals with executive dysfunction struggle with planning, problem solving, organization, time management, and so much more.
Yep.
So much
more. And I can tell you that I have trouble with all of that.
Yeah, planning, no, I have OCD, so that kind of like null and voids that. Problem solving, nope, that null and voids that. Organization, this is where my ADHD and my OCD just go and just blows everything up when it comes to organization, because I am disorganized, organized, disorganized. Like there's no in between. Like if organization form of disorganization, it is controlled chaos, and that's how I thrive.
Same.
That's
the
probably
only
why
thing
I've
that's
been
organized
for this long.
Yeah. we're still discovering things about ourselves.
No. Also, totally random. Is this a normal sized cup?
No. It's not. Pretty sure you can kill a man with that.
It's metal, so yeah, it's recyclable too. But no, I meant like in regard to like my hand size. Does this look normal size to you?
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
Like
not really. You
like,
look like you're struggling to hold it. Like your fingers are all spread out.
No, this is me palming it. You're good. Yeah, you want to know how much liquid can fit in this bitch?
How much?
Let's see if I can turn it so you guys can see. Oh, that's
I'm pretty
terrible.
sure I would struggle to hold that because I have small hands.
You got baby hands. 34 ounces, aka 1 liter. 1 liter of liquid. I'm just chilling with this with my hands. I got
no seed in this.
What?
Nothing.
There's no seed in your seed?
There was no seed in the shell. So that can hold an entire liter?
Yes. I've already drank 3 of these today.
Oh no. Wow. That's pretty nice.
Water.
That's very nice.
Right now, earlier it was juicy juice and water as well. I mix my juice and my water because I'm a baby back bitch, and I don't. One of your messages were deleted. Was it the damn Google moderators coming up in the bitch?
Google what?
There's a motherfucker. Their motherfucking Google small cup. That ain't a small cup, baby boo. It ain't a small cup.
It's probably small for him.
It's probably small.
It's to hold it with 2 fingers.
I need to make it clear right now. Paul is 6'6", and he and I have the same size hands.
Does he?
6'6". Yes.
Wow.
Wow. And everyone's like, "Oh, he has dainty hands." I go, "No, he does not have dainty hands. This is the same bitch. I'm 5'4". I could palm a basketball, no problem. So you're gonna tell me at 5'4", palm basketball, actually, I could probably squeeze your entire face. To be honest,
went a completely different way.
Why are you thinking of stuff like that?
Because you said palm a basketball, so it's just like I know a lot of other things I can palm.
Like palm your ass cheeks. But
yeah, we got off track again.
But no, in regards to the comment thing, it's Google moderators. They just come in and they're like, "Ooh, flag this, goodbye," comment, and I'm just like, "What the fuck?" I said no mamas in JJ's stream earlier, and it just took the entire comment out, and I'm like, "What? I can't fucking speak Spanish." And then I said, I was like, "These damn mods, pinche mierda," and they didn't take it out. I call them pieces of shit in Spanish. They didn't take that out, but I can't say no mames. Over, I forget what I was actually talking about, but it wasn't anything like I'm like, "Oh, no mames," like no way, blah 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 blah, this that and the other, and it was about what they were doing in the game, and it wasn't profane at all. And yeah, you can palm a basketball. It's not that easy for people that have little hands. I got big hands. You got big hands. Paul's got big hands. Love you too, bitch. Where my cheesecake at? Because Lewis ate some cheesecake in his stream, and now I'm fucked up. So
I can't pick up a basketball.
Cheesecake, please.
Slips.
Just go like that.
It slips. I can't palm a basketball because I try and hold it and it just slips.
You don't have a basketball, bro.
In general.
No, when you palm a basketball, you have to hold it up against literally palm it, like full contact, your palm against it, and then the extra grip is your fingers, but you can't.
Go on.
It looked like you were trying to play with somebody's nutsack.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Yeah, of course you were. You nasty. But anyways, hi guys, we have ADHD. Welcome.
Yeah.
For those of you joining us today.
We're supposed to be talking about executive dysfunction.
Executive dysfunction, yes. Debilitating executive dysfunction.
So I deal with this executive dysfunction because wait. The way I deal with executive dysfunction is I find it very hard to do simple tasks like do my laundry or get up and cook for myself or even use the bathroom. Like it's completely debilitating. And it's not, a lot of people mix it up with laziness, and it's not laziness at all. It's not even close to laziness. It's your brain literally stopping you from doing something. There was, I'm sure I can't
break it down. You want me to kind of break it down a little bit further?
Yeah, sure.
So there are 7 types of blah 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 blah. That's a word.
Words hard to be.
7 major types of self-regulation associated with executive functioning. So that's just executive functioning is just normal functioning. You have self-awareness, so being able to just direct yourself and to attention and knowing what's going on around you. Self-restraint, which is inhibiting yourself, and then nonverbal working memory, holding things in your mind to guide behavior. 4 is working memory, so retaining internal speech. Emotional, using words and images along with self-awareness to alter how you feel about things. Self-motivation, motivating yourself to do things when no outside consequences exist. And then planning and problem solving, finding new approaches and solutions. But executive dysfunction kind of throws a wrench in that. And the part of your brain where you go, like, what, when, why, and how, it just,
Stops working.
into the
Yeah.
trash can. And just they throw it in the fucking bucket. So like when your brain would normally be like, what? And it's like trying to help you like use your memory and execute plans, goals, steps. Your brain won't do that for you when there's a when and your brain's trying to help you organize, like order stuff to complete activities and adjust timelines. Ain't gonna happen. Why? When you're like trying to understand something or control emotions, like what you think about and how you feel, and that's yeeted, that's gone. And then how is literally how to control your self awareness of your feelings and experience and how you exhibit that in a situation. And people with executive functioning challenges like ADHD will experience impairments in one or more of those circuits that I mentioned. And like their symptoms may touch memory, planning, emotional regulation, and social skills.
Yep.
It is rough. Like timeliness, putting one action to another action to meet a goal, organizing, setting schedules, controlling emotions, impulses, analyzing and processing information, or immediately deleting information as you're computing it. So like when I was trying to read something, my brain just went off, on,
Gone.
off. So like yeah, no, they're definitely multiple. Oh wait, what?
Hmm?
My brain just didn't read that either. What the fuck? There are no multiple types of executive dysfunction. It is just executive dysfunction as a whole, and then the like breakdown of what it is and the subsets of that. So pretty much activation, focus, effort, emotion, memory, and action.
Yeah.
6 clusters, which is usually impaired by ADHD presenting people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rough one. Let
It
me
is
go
a
back to
very
stream
rough
so I
one.
can see.
See what chat?
Hold on, yes. I got you away from y'all come over the house. Hey, mom, brother. It's hey mom, brother and wife are home. Hey.
What is happening?
No, I'm like I read what James said, and then my brain went to read what Blue Eyed Platinum Wolf said. And then Cherry went, "Hey Phoenix," so I went, "Hey," and then it also followed into me reading James's thing. Also, want to say just off top, you both be looking good. So I was like, "Hey, bitch!" Nah, I'm bumming it. I'm in my Russells right now. I got no shirt on underneath, just sports bra. This is my outfit all day. My hair not did nothing. This is a my hair's all fucked up. My hair's all fucked up. And I got a headset on.
Fine.
Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. No.
Yes. I can't hear you. She looks so good. Look at her. That's my best friend, everyone. Of 10 years. I love her. Look at how goofy she is. She has no idea what I'm saying. Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
I've known you for how long? I can read your damn lips, bitch.
10 years.
Yeah,
a little over 10 years now.
I'm a little fucked
yeah.
up.
You look like the anime dudes that have the pompadour thing. The one that goes like way long. Yeah, my hair is just this. I can't do anything to my hair really. I have a picture.
Look at that. It's all messed up. So we're going back.
I'm gonna
Goodbye.
I'm gonna show them a picture of when my hair was doing the cockatoo thing. You said you can read my lips, so read my lips, bitch. Hi.
Hi. What's
How
up?
you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Did you hear anything that I said?
I don't know.
Okay, good.
What's
Good.
up, chat?
She can't see. I said I'm
I
gonna show
can
them.
see
I was saying that I can't really do much to my hair. It just kind of does what it wants most days.
the cockatoo.
Yeah, and I was gonna show them the picture of the cockatoo. It's bad.
No, please
Where is
do.
it? Where is it?
Yeah,
Oh God,
my
it looks
cockatoo.
so bad.
Bloop.
I'm not that white.
You are though. You are. But no, you can't tell, but my glasses are not covered.
They're kind of covered. They're like
No, they're
covered on the
not.
top. No.
No, look at it.
Oh. What are we talking about?
You told me about my hair, and then my brain went, "Ooh, my hair. Let me show you guys how fucked up it is." And now I'm
It looks
here.
good.
Oh yeah,
You can't
definitely.
see it anymore, but it looked good.
No, it did not.
Oh, and I was saying how when you were doing it up like that, you look like one of those anime dudes with a really long pompadour that just keeps going for miles.
Yeah,
Oh man.
if I pick it out, it'll come out pretty far. It'll come out like to
Mhm.
here if I pick it out, but I don't like picking it out. I only pick it out like
Okay.
pre-water and pre-product, and then I put the product in it and use my fingers to go through it because what's it called? You know, curl.
Mhm.
I have black people hair, so it curls back. So
Yeah.
I have straight hair right now because my hat's been pulling on it and
Mhm.
covering it. But wow, that's magic for black people.
Indeed. Indeed.
It's free too.
Yeah, you do keep getting us off topic. Toxic. Trying to do a podcast. Where were we? What were we talking about? Hi, welcome back.
Executive dysfunction.
Yes. So I said how I experience it,
All right.
and I don't know how I deal with it because it's tough to deal with it. Um, as in like it's tough to remedy it. There's
Um,
no real way for me.
you get just hella depressed, to be honest.
Yeah, when I start getting executive dysfunction, like I let my room go and it stops. It's like messy, and when my room is messy, then I feel like I can't take my meds, as in like I can't do my tea shot, and then I get late on my tea shot, and then I get all depressed because I didn't do my tea shot. It's just like a never ending cycle for me.
Mm-hmm.
But every now and then I get like bursts of energy where I just do everything in one day, where I clean my entire room and I pour my meds for the entire week and all that good kush. What about you?
When I suffer from executive dysfunction, it's
Mhm.
usually like if I can't keep to like certain times, usually like when I'm in a state, because my whole thing is routine, 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 having a schedule. That's like how I function. And knowing now with a clear head, by the way, off my meds, so that's why. Um, but that's why I have a clear head. But what's it called? Uh, it's more along the lines of being able to acknowledge, like, all right, I'm not able to meet these timestamps, or I get like very kind of dysfunctional when it comes to my organization. I get dysfunctional when it comes to mainly keeping to appointments and keeping to my schedule and maintaining my schedule, because a majority of my schedule is in my life is on a time stamp basis. That's the only way I function, um because if I'm not in a state of go go go, then I'm in a state of no no no. um and I say it that way because without my routine, and my therapist Laura, I love her to death, she said it before, um I get severely depressed and I don't know how to function. I don't know how to take care of myself outside of that routine, which I'm grateful I have a really good support system for. But usually when I'm in a state of executive dysfunction, it's usually when I start falling out of that routine or I can't meet the requirements of my routine. So
Yeah, and then executive dysfunction just makes it worse because it makes you
and
feel like you can't get back into it.
yeah, exactly. And then,
hmm
of course, like having chronic depression amplifies that state significantly where you feel stuck and you feel like, all right, well, I'm behind. So there's nothing I can do about it. And then anxiety is like, well, we can do something about it. We're not going to do something about it, but we really need to do something about it. So if you do this right now, you can get done. And then your brain's like, but I can't. And then like, you can. And then after a while, you're like, I can't. And then your anxiety and depression match up, and then your anxiety is just like, okay, so now we're really, really behind. We're trying to do this. We can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do that. And if we can't do that, then this, that, and the other. And now you're just stuck in
Yep.
the cycle again.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
But usually, overall executive function is pretty similar across the board for most people in regard
hmm
to that place that they get when they hit the low point and when they hit that point where they feel that they can't return to regular functioning. It's pretty similar with the depression, the rapid thought anxiety, and then the cycling. Um,
hmm
but everyone deals with executive function and exhibits executive function differently, dependent on their personality, dependent on what other mental health issues that they have and are diagnosed with, and the stresses that they have in their life. Right now, I don't have a lot of stress in my life, but I know damn well if my routine was fucked up,
hmm
that's a no.
hmm You
That's
gotta stick to it.
I will shut down so quick. But that's also like a part of my PTSD. Like there's the reason why I am this way and why I'm in a time functioning obsessive compulsive life is simply because I do not want to address my trauma. And the way to address my trauma is to just keep going, fill in the time
hmm
slots with something else to do so I don't linger, so I don't have a moment to think of my trauma. Thankfully, I've literally pushed my trauma. I actually should say thankfully, this is not a good thing.
Yeah, it's
I
not
need to
at all.
correct this. This is not.
Yeah, not a good thing.
I have repressed my trauma to the point where if at any point in time there's a lingering moment for it to creep in, then I will absolutely shut down completely.
hmm
But it's to the point where I've done it for so long, and mind you, I have gone, let's see, how old am I? We're the same age,
You're
23.
23.
Right. So going back to 11 years now. 11 years untreated
hmm
trauma. Untreated trauma, mind you. Untreated trauma.
hmm
And only being aware of said trauma, like actually diagnosed with PTSD for the last couple of years. I was never diagnosed until recently when I actually actively gone to therapy and everything like that. But the there was a red flag when I tried to go into the military, and then they're like, "Nah, fam, you got PTSD, you can't." And I'm like, "I'm fucking fine." And then, of course, a couple of years
Same
later,
way.
going into therapy per my friends and loved ones, and actually getting that proper clinical diagnosis, and I'm like, "Well, I guess
hmm
I'm not fine then." But I knew I
hmm
wasn't fine because, you know, I, I was
I
like
do.
me now compared to me then. I was a hot mess then. I still am a hot mess now, but to the point where I can actually function. So
We're
it's
a hot mess, but we're aware of it now.
we're a hot mess. We're aware of it, and we're working on it. But I still
Yes.
refuse to address any of my trauma because I'm not there mentally until I get everything else in check. I
hmm
cannot face my trauma head on
Yeah.
at
But
all.
that
I will,
also might be executive dysfunction.
oh,
It
that's
might be,
definitely the
yeah,
executive dysfunction. Oh,
it's your brain
Laura,
wanting
definitely on my
to
ass
do
about
the thing. Because I'm sure that you want to work on it, and I'm sure that you want to process through it and get better per se.
kinda.
But your brain is just like, nope, we're not ready for that.
Nope,
We're
we are
not
not
going for
ready.
that yet.
Nope.
But that's a PTSD is a whole other
But that's
episode.
also like a defense mechanism too. That's me being aware of
Sure,
like,
yeah.
hey, I have these problems and these problems can be worked on and addressed now. This trauma can wait because I'm not in a state where I need to be
hmm
um at in defense mode all the time. I don't need to be hypervigilant all the time. Am I hypervigilant all the time? Yes, I am. That's on trauma. That's on paranoia. That's fucking trauma. Pulling out for the trauma homies real quick. I got my water juicy juice.
I got
I don't know what.
seeds. It's just gonna fall out.
Yeah. But these kids though, just give them the wall.
Do it.
Nah, do it.
Yeah, do it.
Bet.
Like take the heavy duty duct tape and like tape them to the
Like
ceiling.
gorilla tape.
Yeah.
Slap them on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Slip them some ZQL.
Don't
Wait.
do that.
No, she won't do it. She won't do it. And I'm not saying that to make her do it. I'm saying it because she's an adult and she knows better. But I'm sure there's been many times as her in her life as a parent where she's like, "Oh, it would take 2 seconds for me to just switch out the fruit snacks with the ZQL gummies
The
and knock
melatonin
bitches
gummies. Yeah, I feel you.
There's nothing wrong with that. Shit. I mean
take a little time.
nowadays, like, what's it called? Everything's child abuse. Nah, y'all just bitches. Just a bunch of bitches. Wanna know what my mama used to give me instead of like cough medicine?
What?
She used to make a hot toddy for me.
I don't know what that is.
A hot toddy is well. A
Is
hot
it any kind of alcohol?
hot toddy without the tea. Correction, hot toddy without the tea. So she would get like a shot of brandy, put some honey in it, nuke it, add some lemon juice in it, mix it up, make me take it. I'll knock the fuck out.
Well,
No cough, no pain, no nothing, no sore throat. Just those 3 ingredients all heated up together. Forget warm milk trying to help you sleep. You about to die.
You knocked out.
Honestly, though, that shit hit the spot every time. I felt good every single time I woke up.
I'm sure you did. It's straight up alcohol and honey. Because honey's good.
Honey is good. I can
Honey is
eat honey,
really
no
good.
problem. Being a
Me too.
diagnosed with PTSD,
I'm pretty sure I have
depression, bipolar disorder. Hey, same. And we are working on what's it called? We are working on getting an ADHD diagnosis, but once they take actual, intake patients because of COVID, etc. And bipolar or not bipolar, borderline personality disorder, which I've hit the flags for. And I am also, now off my medication, specifically my Zoloft for my antidepressants and anti-anxiety, and my Lamictal for my mood stabilizer for my bipolar disorder, which now I have a clear mind, and now it can literally flag everything that's wrong with me, of course, and it drives me insane. Now I'm like, wow, I really do have borderline personality disorder. But also, the reason why I'm hyper aware of it is 1, I'm a psychology major in the making. 2, I have OCD, and I also have this compulsive need to know everything when something is wrong. Which this motherfucker knows and has dealt with on a multitude of occasions. But no,
I've had to tell her. I've had to stop her from psychoanalyzing me before.
Yeah, I psychoanalyze a lot of things about myself. I psychoanalyze people around me, and it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. I've not been able to do that recently because I've not been clear-headed in a very long time. Now I'm clear-headed. Now I'm fucking reading into people and all this type of shit now that I haven't been able to do, and it's freaking me the fuck out. But low-key, I'm like, the power returns. Yes. But I also now have a filter for it where I know, okay, this is an inappropriate behavior. I need to stop now. And then now and first of all, I'm the type of person, I'm very against self-diagnosis. It's one thing to speculate and be like, maybe this is what's going on with me and bring it up to your doctor, but to be like, oh no, I have this. If you weren't diagnosed with it and you weren't in communication with a health professional, whether it be your GP or your PCP or whatever doctor you have, you don't have it. I can't. I'm not trying to invalidate people that just don't have the resources. I'm just trying to say, don't just tell people you have something when there's not been a diagnosis and you're just reading shit online. Because it's not that I'm reading shit online. It's I have a DSM-5 book on my shelf that I had to literally face like the binding in towards the shelf so I can't see the DSM-5 because of how bad my OCD is with knowing information and being able to be like, oh, I need to go and do this, that, and the other. And I know it's this, and the symptoms. The reason why I did what I did in regards to going online to find that information is because I speculated, knowing what I know and knowing where I am in my degree and my minimal experience with certain disorders that I've learned through class. I started noticing some of the habits were lining up with it. And then out of pure curiosity, I'm like, let's see. And instead of me going through the list, I did not go through the list. I had people that are around me go through the list for me. So I did my best friend of 10 years. I had Paul, aka Kino, my significant other, who I've not only been with for almost 7 years, Jesus Christ, our anniversary is the end of the month, and also he was my best friend for 3 years before I even started dating. He knows me, and he's known me at my worst, both of them have, to now. So for them to be able to do that for me and hit all the red flags that not only did I hit in the end, because when they were looking at it, I took a moment to finally look at it and be like, I'm hitting all these markers. Let's see if they match up with what I'm hitting. Yeah, we all matched up. And I also had two other outside people do the same thing that I asked them to do. And I'm not as close to them as I am to them. So they weren't able to hit exactly everything, but it was almost 100% across the board with what we matched up with. Yeah, that's more so gaining. It's like taking a fucking survey, a poll, or whatever the hell it's called. And then I took the information, I got it all nice and neat. I handed it off to my therapist, I handed it off to my psychiatrist. I'm like, hey, this is what I think. Obviously, this could be me, reaching, and you guys know that I have OCD and this, that, and the other. I did not go into my DSM-5. I did not look at this until the people close to me looked at this, and then I took it upon myself to dive into it because I know what I'm like, and I know that this is a recurring problem for me when it comes to gaining information and learning about myself and learning about the things around me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hitting all these red flags, and I'm very hyper aware of these red flags now. Is this something that I should be worried about? And it is something that I should be worried about because this is something that is in my day-to-day life, and it's been in my life for a very long time, and they're like, this also could result to your PTSD. This also could be something that had been a pre-existing condition prior to your PTSD even forming from trauma. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't remember that far back because my brain do a whoop-de-whoop. And also a majority of my life has been shut down because of it. But overall, I knew something was wrong and I wanted to address it, but I went the right way about it. Rather than people like, oh, I have OCD. I like things specifically how they are, and I'm like, they need to be a certain way. I go, oh, they need to be a certain way. Oh, yeah. Tell me more about how. Well, it has to be like this, and it has to be like this. I'm like, that's not OCD. Like, what do you mean? It's OCD. It's definitely OCD. I have OCD. I go, honey, I'm diagnosed with OCD. Have you ever been stuck at a light switch before? And they go, what? And I go, have you ever been stuck at a light switch? Because the light needs to be off, but you need to also hear how many clicks the light switch is. And the clicks have to be an even number. Do you know how hard it is to get a light switch to stay off? And also click it an even number amount of times? It's literally fucking impossible.
And it's not. From what I've seen, it's not just.
It's not even just something like that. It's literally an OCD isn't even just organization or having things a specific way, because I'm guilty of it. There are things in my room that have to be in a very specific place in my room, or I will shut down if I discover that they're not there. That is the severity of OCD, which I will definitely talk about in a different episode. But like that compared to, oh no, I just like things the way they are. That they have to be a specific way. Please tell me more about how you're not debilitated by this shit. Why would it be debilitating? You don't have OCD. You literally. Well, like, I have to fix it. I'm like, do you have to fix it, or can you leave it for another point in time when you remember? They go, oh no, I can leave it. I'm like, you don't have OCD. Like, OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder, where you literally have no, like, you literally are locked in, and you have to fix it right then and there. I exhibit this behavior at work. I exhibit this behavior in my daily life. I exhibit this behavior when I do specific things in my room. Like, when I was moving my laptop and stuff on the tray that I have it on, I was like moving my stuff very exact. So I knew exactly where it is. So by the time, like, if I get up and I want to put my house chanclas on, I can just slip my feet in them. But if they weren't there, I would literally fucking panic and lose my shit and be like, where the hell are they? Even though they could have been like 2 inches off to the side. Yeah, that's called object permanence. Dissonance.
Object permanence.
Cognitive permanence. Okay. I always get the two mixed up. And it's simply,
I don't really
like,
know what dissonance is.
I don't know either. I kind of want to find out.
But object permanence is basically you forget that objects exist, quote unquote, exist when you can't see them. So for a lot of people with ADHD, if you put something away and you forget about it until a later date, it's because you've literally forgot it existed.
Oh,
because it's out of sight, out of mind.
Nope, that's not it. It's object permanence. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm thinking of cognitive dissonance, which is a completely different thing. But yeah, it's the understanding that objects continue to exist even when they cannot be seen, heard, or otherwise sensed. So, like, in the subfield of psychology, it addresses like the development of like young children's like social mental capacity, like the whole peekaboo thing. Kids are blown the fuck away about that shit.
Yeah, because when they can't see you, when you go like this, you cease to exist to children.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh my god, they're not here. And then when you go, boo, hi, I'm here, they're like, oh my god, you teleported.
Yeah. But
so,
yeah, in an object permanence is something that is very, 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 very common in people with any type of neurodivergent minds. Let's see. Self-injury, spank your kid for pushing his bro down the stairs. Oh, that's child abuse. No, that's discipline. Why the fuck are you knocking your shit around? Like I pushing your brother down the stairs. Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
It's
all things all tough to deal with when somebody has ADHD. A lot of people, I think you sort of went into it before, how people thought that ADHD was something else. Like, oh, it's just you're a little hyperactive, or oh, you're just a little inattentive, and that's what people thought it was, just those things. So when people would say that they have ADHD or were diagnosed, a lot of people just say, oh, you're just being lazy, or oh, you just have too much energy, you need to calm down. That's not it. That's not it at all. And if you do say that to someone, that can seriously damage their mental health. Because you're basically, especially if they're young, you're basically teaching them that it's not okay to be yourself.
Yeah.
You have to calm down. You have to mask. You have to do all these things, because that's how I grew up. I grew up constantly talking. I grew up constantly moving around. And because I had teachers and adults that would yell at me, I stopped talking in school. I stopped moving around. And then when I get home, I would have like anxiety attacks because all the energy would come rushing out, because I couldn't show that in school. So I had to get it out somehow. And then a lot of that like translates into different things. Like I became stunted really with my emotions. Like I didn't know how to make friends anymore because people would tell me to stop talking or stop moving. It's like, oh well, if I can't be myself, then I can't make friends.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like with learning, it was really tough to learn because the way that I focus is I do things while I'm listening. And my big thing back in school was I used to doodle a lot, just like draw on my paper, and that would help me listen. Because if I'm trying to look with my eyes and listen at the same time, my brain just goes off, or my eyes go somewhere else, and I start daydreaming, and I can't
Yep.
focus. And people or teachers thought like you're doodling, so you're not paying attention. So they would take away my pencils, and they would just be like, listen to me, I'm currently teaching the class. And then I would sit there and be in a completely different place mentally. Like I
Yep.
would be daydreaming about something, I got nothing from the day, and then I would
Yep.
come home and people would be mad at me because I didn't know what the class was about that day, and I didn't know how to do the homework, and it was just a never ending cycle.
It's a
Sucked.
toxic cycle, and that goes
Yeah.
for a lot of mental health issues. Like the OCD thing is always something that will set me off, like hardcore set me the fuck off, because like it's usually OCD and PTSD,
Mhm.
and those piss me off to the point where I've become like people are like, oh my god, you're acting so crazy, like chill out, like you don't need to be this way. I'm like, chill out. I
I'm
can show you
scared.
chill when you're not breathing. Like what? Like that is and that's the severe. Like I don't like getting like that because I will be honest. I'm a naturally violent person when pushed past a certain point, and when it comes to stuff that is important to me, like maintaining my mental health and also being a mental health advocate and bringing awareness to people around me and educating them to the best of my ability. That fucking hits a nerve. It hits a nerve, and I don't like being like that. But that is I can't even say that's a defense mechanism because I'm not even responding rationally at that point. It's literally me getting triggered to the point where my only rational response is violence, and I hate it because
Mhm,
I don't want to be the angry and violent person, and that's
mhm.
something especially I'm working on and making sure that I'm maintaining, because I think you remember back in high school I was a very aggressive ass person in high school.
Yeah, I
I was
mean,
very aggressive, and the number one person that I would always put my hands on was Mikey Chason, because he loved to just really test me as a
yeah,
person and push all the wrong buttons. And also, he put his hands on me, and I was
mhm,
raised, if someone puts your hands on you, you beat the shit out of them in
mhm.
defense. And that was my way of using his body as a punching bag
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also getting that violent energy out. And then when we graduated and went our separate ways, that was really hard for me because now I'm like, I don't have my punching bag anymore. He's in the
yeah. I
army.
don't have my outlet.
What am I supposed to do? And then I started
Yeah,
getting angry, and I used to take it out on him. I used to take it out on Paul and all my other friends.
mhm,
And now it's just like, thankfully, I have Laura, my therapist, and I have Taryn, my psychiatrist, and I love them to death because they got me to a place where I can tell the difference between my anger
mhm.
and when it's warranted and when it's not warranted. But to know that that's a default for me because someone is simply be like, oh no, like, oh, I hate being triggered, or oh, like, that's so triggering, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I
I'm just like,
hate that
do you,
so much.
do you know what that means? Do you? I don't like it. Stop talking about it. That's not what triggered means at all.
Yeah, I think the word trigger got a little too
I'm reclaiming
popular.
it, and like even now, like even saying it, it feels wrong of me to say it because I have such a test towards the word. But I'm
Mhm,
trying to reclaim it for myself because I am allowed to say when things do trigger me because I do have
Mhm.
triggers that I need to be aware of and respond. Hey, Peaks, yeah, no worries. We'll be here. We got some good amount of time. I mean, we still have a whole ass hour, bro.
Yep.
So we're making a good amount of time. Um, but overall, like it's the OCD. It's the bipolar. Oh my god, I'm so bipolar. No, no, you're not. No, you're definitely not. No,
Yeah.
I
And then
can
they
easily
go,
tell that
I was sad like a minute ago and now I'm happy. And it's like that's
I'm like,
not
that's not how that works. You
Yeah.
have to be sad for a long amount of time and all the way fuck up here. Like it goes from low
Yeah.
energy depression to high skill energy, impulsivity, and crackhead energy.
Mhm.
And that
Mhm.
can be in a span of a 2 week period where you're depressed for 2 weeks, like any like in regards to not me specifically, because my bipolar is a little bit more on the manic end. But going from the base level for bipolar disorder, it's a like 2 week span of depression, 2 week span of mania. But bipolar disorder is way, way more complicated than that because you can
Mhm.
go from like that scale over 2 weeks in the course of a day
Yeah.
or an hour,
Mhm.
or you
That's
can
rough.
go from
I don't have to deal with
feeling
that.
like absolute garbage and um, wanting to die to actually want to do something right now. I don't know what I want to do, but I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it done and we're gonna
Mhm.
just get it done. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna get it done. And then it's you were down here, low energy, up here, and then guess what happens when you're up here? You come back down hard.
Mhm. Mhm.
Especially if you're exhibiting those symptoms for a longer span of time, and that's why, like, at first, that's what my bipolar disorder was, and then it kinda shifted a little bit because then I threw in, like, an inconsistent work schedule into the mix or other stressors into the mix, and then my body's like, "I don't know what we're doing here, but guess what? You have energy now." And I'm, like, in my bed fucking depressed, literally, like, messed the hell up. I'm in a low, 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 and my
Mhm.
body's like, you got energy now. And of course, like with me being clinically depressed, that was probably the most exhausting thing because I didn't feel like I had energy. But my body's like, no, you got energy. We're going to do this thing right now. And then you're going to feel worse in a second. So you're welcome. So we're going to do this thing. And then you're going to go back into bed and stay in bed and you're going to wallow in self pity and all that jazz that you have to do before 7 o'clock. And then we're going to do some other
Mhm.
shit. And it wasn't because I
Yeah.
had to or had any type of blah, 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 external circumstances is because my body cycle in regards to emotional stability was just so off kilter.
Mhm.
And that's what the mood stabilizer for. Granted, the mood stabilizer also did kind of worsen it because then I started having brain fog and my memory's jacked up and this, that, and the other. And now I'm off of them. I'm high energy, yes, but I'm in a great mood. I feel good. I'm not to the point where I'm like crackhead energy level.
Mhm.
This is just me being me, and I'm finding myself again, and I'm recognizing certain behaviors, and etc. So, like, yeah, I mean that those things definitely irk me. Same thing with PTSD, with the triggering thing. I'm like, you literally wouldn't know what trigger hit you, like if it slaps you all the way across the face. Like something traumatic has to happen to you in order for you to be triggered, or if it's something that's as simple as a stressor that is agitating one of your mental health disorders to the point
Mhm.
where you are about to hit a wall. Like, that is and I mean a
Yeah.
metaphorical wall of like, okay, like you were having a really good day and then someone throws a wrench in it or something happens during the day and now that depression turns into severe depression or you were happily stimming and then you're forced to mask and now like when you were all good vibes and everything and you were doing your thing, you were getting your stuff done, you were being productive. Now it's like, oh, I'm forced to mask right now, and all of that's gonna come barreling down in a second because now I can't be productive and get stuff done, and it's this negative cycle. So we all have to be very, very careful, especially when it comes to talking about it, because the people around you can be suffering through it, and you saying, "Oh, I'm triggered," or people saying, "Oh, I'm so bipolar," or "Oh, I'm so ADD, ADHD, blah blah blah." I'm like, no, you stop. We
Yeah,
get it.
like actually be diagnosed with something and actually have a trigger than just saying you have triggers.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that's so
Because like
triggering. Oh
like
my
you
god,
said,
you're so triggered.
people can actually be struggling with that
Mm-hmm.
like day to day. So
Mm-hmm.
just be very, very careful. Or just don't say it. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't have triggers, you don't have OCD and you're not diagnosed with that or anything along those lines, then just don't say it. Because you don't
Mm-hmm.
have triggers. You have things that make you uncomfortable. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then you're
And
not
it's
having
normal.
you're not
Anyone's
having sex.
anyone's allowed to feel uncomfortable, but don't
Yeah, of
associate
course.
it immediately with a mental health disorder. And also that doesn't help either, that mental health disorders have been glorified in media and glorified in television and
I've been
everything.
romanticized too.
It's romanticized a
Yeah.
hell of a lot, and it needs to
Horrible.
stop.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna do stuff like that, at least make sure you have the proper professionals on hand to inform you about properly um how to properly present that in whatever you're trying to present it, in whatever form you're trying to
Mhm.
present it in. Make sure that it is accurate, because like my favorite movie in the whole wide world is Silver Linings Playbook. And
Mhm.
I never knew why at first, because I wasn't diagnosed for anything. And it was an actual accurate visual representation of what bipolar is. And it's on the more severe end, of course, but it's very, very accurate in how bad the episodes can get. And it's a rom-com. It is a rom-com. I'm not gonna say that it's less accurate because it's a rom-com. Granted, it's not to a T exact exactly like bipolar disorder, but it's on the more severe end of what it can be like. And it's on Netflix, by the way, guys. So if you ever want to,
Just
watch
gonna
it.
casually plug my
Oh,
favorite movies.
yeah, of course. I gotta plug it because like I'm talking about it. And if
Mhm.
you want a visually accurate um portrayal
Mhm.
of it from someone personally that suffers from bipolar disorder, to see that on screen and to kind of resonate with it and not feel alone for once, Silver Linings Playbook with Jennifer Lawrence. And
Lawrence.
yeah, I couldn't figure out what her last name was because I was going through so many Jennifers.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm like,
Aniston loves you
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Crap.
yeah, all our favorite Jennifers ever. But
Yeah, yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, and they do an amazing job
Mhm.
at depicting mental health and going to therapy, getting out of therapy, being on medication, talking about medication in a way that's very casual. And that's one thing that I did appreciate, is that a lot of us, when we're interacting with neurodivergent people and other people with mental health problems, we have no filter. That filter is gone. We don't have to mask. We don't have to do anything. We'll talk about
Mhm.
it straight up. And I love that safety zone that we have with one another. And it's really easy to find. You can, and it's nice too, because most neurodivergent people can find other neurodivergent people.
Yeah, we're kind of
Bec-
like magnets.
yeah,
Just
we
keep
are
bringing each other
magnets.
in.
Yeah, yeah, we really
Yeah.
are. But yeah, I mean, that's one negative that we definitely have to air out there in regards to how it's presented and how people talk about it. And
Yeah.
it's an open conversation, of course. Like, I welcome any discussion about mental health, but to make sure that we're doing it in a proper way, professional way, and a respectful way.
Mhm. Yeah. Like instead of saying, "Oh, I'm triggered," or "Oh, I have OCD because this thing bothers me," instead, before saying that, go up to someone who you know who actually deals with that stuff and be like, "Hey, is this okay to say?" And they'll usually talk to you about it.
Yeah,
Pretty chill.
yeah, we're really
Yeah.
straightforward as fuck about stuff like
Which
that. So,
is was something else that I want to talk about at some point. Not in this episode, but like people who are scared to talk to neurodivergent people or queer people or anything like that, like ask questions because they think that we will be super defensive. That's not how it is at all. Because I've had so many people who are like, "Oh, I don't want to say the wrong thing, and I don't want you to get offended." It's like I'm not
Like, we're
gonna
not that
get
sensitive
offended.
unless you invalidate us by any means. And
Yeah.
the main form of invalidation that pisses me off is when people just nonchalantly are like, "Oh yeah, blah, blah, blah," like what we were just talking
Mhm.
about.
Yeah. So instead of being scared to ask questions, just ask questions. We'll tell you whether what you said was insensitive, and we'll tell you why, and so on and so forth. We won't immediately attack you. The only
Yeah.
people who think that are the people who are pissed about like all of the mental illness things going on
Yep.
and
Or
queer people in general and stuff like that.
yeah,
You know what I
pretty
mean?
much. Or people that intend to cause a problem with it.
Yeah. So the whole snowflake thing kind of pisses me off because there's no such thing as a snowflake. You created that. The only snowflakes are the people who call other people snowflakes.
True.
EDH. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right. How we doing in chat, boys and girls and other?
Yeah. Are people chilling out? People having a good time listening to the discussion? Enjoying us jump from one topic to another?
Pretty much, yeah.
Excuse me, yeah.
I mean, we could honestly have a majority of this like turn into the Q&A portion.
Yeah, I mean,
We've
if you
got
guys have any
time now.
questions. Do we have people in chat right now?
I think we've got two lovely people in
Okay.
chat still. Oh,
you
don't
guys-
worry. Oh, give Baby Blue
That's
my
okay.
love. Give Baby Blue my love.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You better get a family movie night. Yeah. No, you do your damn thing, honey buns. You're good.
Mm-hmm. This podcast is here for people to listen currently and in
To
the
walk
future
back.
as well.
Mm.
Yeah. So, if you're in our Discord and you're watching right now, or if you're watching from the future, then just ask questions. Go to the channel, go to the Depresso Espresso channel,
Mm-hmm.
and ask questions. Your question might be featured as the question of the day. But since the topic of this episode is ADHD, there's like little things we can get into while we're like waiting on comments and stuff like that. It's like for me, I stutter over my words a lot, and I misspell a lot of words when writing because my brain gets ahead of me. My brain gets ahead of my
Mhm.
mouth and my fingers and everything. So when I stutter, it's because my brain is like 3 words ahead
Mhm.
and my mouth is behind. The
Ooh.
same thing when writing. Yeah.
Watching Finding Ohana. See y'all later. Ooh. Let
I've
us
never
know.
heard of
Let us
that.
know. Let us know in the server. What you think
Yeah, how
about that,
that
by the
is.
way, because
I
I
wanna
would
watch
definitely.
Raya and the Last Dragon. Have you heard of
Mm,
that? I wanna watch that.
I believe
It's a
that's
Disney Plus
me.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna see that.
I
But
mean, we can always have a movie night after this.
it's not out yet.
And not?
Not
Mm.
yet.
Damn.
I don't think so. And it's on premium first.
Hmm.
So yeah, unfortunate. But that's
I'll
fine.
have it first. Ha 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 ha. No, I'm just kidding. No, get mad at my dad, not me.
Uh, no, I'm not gonna call your dad a bitch. I respect him. But yeah. So just little things that ADHD can affect. Do you have anything that you've noticed?
About myself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Specifically when my brain just shuts off and I'm just like, where am I? Like mid sentence. It happens usually always mid sentence, and it's not that I'm stuttering. It's usually like I'll go to read something and then I'll like immediately I'll go
Yeah.
from like reading it and then stop, and then everyone around will be like,
Like, you good? Are you here still?
What's going on? And
Yeah.
I'll be like, what? Oh, what was I talking about? And it's
Yeah.
just my brain just window shuts down, and
Yeah.
there's just something, I don't know where the disconnect is sometimes, or even
Mhm.
like a couple of times when I was trying to read something where my brain went, okay, let's see if I can get an example of this bad boy. Let's see. I'm just gonna randomly scroll on the screen.
Mhm.
I am actually randomly scrolling to, let's go here. Executive function evaluation typically means ruling out conditions with similar symptoms. Most of fuck. There we go. So pretty much what happened was my brain went to go read the most common evaluation is, and then it stopped and then started reading like 2 sentences down.
Mhm.
My eyes did not catch up with where my brain wanted to be. And it's also the reason why I don't like reading out loud. It's because my brain does not always want to be in exact order, because I don't read like most people do. I don't intake information like most people do. Like when people
Mhm.
see me like sitting there and I'm reading, I'm just like, most reading. Parents teachers complete. That was me literally skipping through sentences and getting the most out of that sentence without actually
Yeah.
having to take the time to read the entire sentence. People say that that's a deficit because I'm not getting full context, but I read the beginning, middle, bold, highlighted parentheses, um, slashes, and end of sentence. So anytime there's a
Okay.
sentence with any form of like bolding, I will always go to the bolding first. I don't care where the bold is, but my
Yeah,
brain
it
will
takes
literally
your
fight me on,
eyes.
yeah. My brain will literally fight me on trying to read the thing. And of course, like behavior rating inventory of executive function for evaluating executive function difficulties is literally where my brain wants to be. So the beginning of the sentence was normal script. The most common evaluation is the, and then bolded, the
Mhm.
quote unquote brief acronym, and the brief acronym was right below the word that my brain just stopped at. And then my brain stopped, saw brief, and then backed up and saw the bold. So I went to go read that while also trying to say evaluation in the course of like a nanosecond.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
take in information at such a weird way for most people, but it's just literally being neurodivergent and having ADHD and how I function differently from other people around me. Because, like, other people with ADHD, they might have read that sentence normally, or they might have focused on the bold only, or they might have focused on a different word. Like,
Mhm.
sometimes there are people with ADHD that focus on numbers before they focus on words. And there I also focus on numbers, and it also sucks because my brain went from evaluation just now to behavioral rating inventory of executive function, which is in bold, but evaluation brief in parentheses, backtrack to the bold uh acronym, and then it went down like 3 lines to 86. I have an
Mhm.
obsessive compulsion with even numbers,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yes, you
even
do.
numbers will definitely mess up my day if I'm trying to read. I will also skip over odd numbers, unfortunately, because of it.
Yeah,
It's
and it
really,
doesn't
really,
always
really hard.
it doesn't always manifest that way. It just manifests for you that way,
Yeah,
and
for me
everyone is different.
specifically, yeah.
Yeah. So with me, it's either I read the same sentence over and over and over again because I can't focus, or I focus for too long and I get stuck and read the entire book in one night.
Oh, oof, fuck, dude, I miss being able to read like
Ooh,
that.
man.
I can't even remember last time I've read so long where like it's the next day. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
you just it feels like you just
Where you start in the middle of
teleported.
the day and then you look up and the sun is up suddenly.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're just like, "What
Yeah.
happened?
I was
It's
just reading.
tomorrow? How is it tomorrow today?
Yeah.
What?"
That happens very, very often. Or used to, at least for me, but I don't
Mhm,
read as much anymore. I really wanna get back into reading because, I got a new book that's a part of my favorite series, and I haven't read it yet because I won't allow myself to read it until I finish the series.
mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
So,
that's pretty straightforward.
yeah, so I wanna get back into reading.
You
But I also
definitely
want to get
be
back
able
into
to.
streaming.
You're gonna do it.
Yeah, just
I'll give it
take
like
some time.
a couple more hours and then you'll do it.
A couple more hours?
Yeah, I have faith
What do you
in you.
mean?
Because you just caught up, didn't you?
Caught up with what?
Spyro?
Oh no, I did 2 levels. I need to do like
Oh.
2 worlds
Oh,
until I get
wait.
back to
You're
the.
forgetting level worlds are different.
Yeah. There's like 4 or 5 worlds, and there's 4 or 5 levels within each world.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, so I have to get caught up with Spyro, which I'm gonna do passively for the next few days,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll start up my streaming again. You know, alternating Spyro and Subnautica, and I'll figure out dates and times, but I'll get there. I'm not there yet.
Yeah. Same thing with me. I gotta figure out like what I want to do. I mean, I did like yesterday. I did with intent of planning it out. Because granted, a lot of that stuff is stuff that I already play regularly, and when I'm in the mood to play it. But
Yeah.
also, if I'm ever not sure if I want to actually continue a story, like if I'm not in the mood to like do a playthrough episode, or if I just want to kind of casually game, I have that option to be like, oh, well, I do have a thumbnail for this, and now I can stream
Yeah,
it,
true.
because some of it I just don't want to stream casually because I'm like, well, I don't have a thumbnail for it, so what's the point of streaming it? Now there's no excuse. Now I can just put content out when I'm like, oh, I kind of want to stream right now, but I don't know what I want to stream, but I kind of want to play this game. Wow, guess what, bitch? You have a thumbnail for it now. You can't not stream it if you want to.
Yeah.
So
I
left it
low
that
key
way.
want to, what's it called? Commission someone to make a bunch of like uh not emojis,
Mhm.
but like characters, like avatars kind
Mhm.
of um with different expressions and whatnot, so I can just slap them onto a picture. But I don't want memoji. That's not the type of art style I want. I want like a little
Chibi.
dragon personification of me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So you know that little dragon I usually send you guys through Messenger? It's like a
Yeah,
little
that
red
one.
dragon. He's chubby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want something like that. Not exactly like that because that's obviously plagiarism, but
No
but
worries, no worries.
something like that. But I have to find someone who like I like their art style and whatnot, and yeah, all that good kush. I have a friend who's an artist, but they focus on NSFW stuff, so
Yeah.
so I can't exactly put that on YouTube.
Yeah, no worries.
But
Oh,
eventually, I mean, I'm such a casual streamer right now.
hi.
Like I'm not too serious
My
about it.
back's
Hi.
killing me, so I'm gonna
Oh,
chill like this.
oh yeah.
I'm
Oh
good.
yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, you chilling? Chilling?
Well, my back's killing me, so I gotta adjust.
Yeah, you gotta adjust. I feel you. I feel you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So definitely stuff going on
Mhm.
that I have to focus on, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about getting back into the swing of things, especially after the tragedy that was my PS4. Um, but yeah, and my headset and my disc's not working. It's like everything. Oh man. But
It
yeah.
happens. Shit happens, yo. And honestly, you handled it like a champ. You adapted. Also, me and a couple other people kind of threw money at you, so like
Yeah.
you didn't really have a choice
Which I'm
about.
only used to from you. I'm not used to getting that from other people at all. I've had people that come up to me in my DMs and they're like, "Hey, do you want money for like food or something?" I'm like, no, what? No, you don't have to
Who the
do
hell's
that.
doing that?
And people of unknown origin.
Oh,
But
I don't know them.
you do. But it's
Oh,
fine.
okay, gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, like it's just people really wanting to help, like genuinely wanting to help. And I'm
Yeah,
just not used to it besides from you.
yeah.
So
Oh, okay. Besides from me, okay. So
yeah,
I know.
besides from
I
you
already know who
because
they are.
you've
Yeah.
been in my life for 10 years and you've like aggressively
Yes.
taken care of me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But also that has to
So
do with hashtag mommy issues from my end because your mom practically adopted me in
Yeah.
high school, and then I felt like the best thing for me to do is to take care of the one person that is important to her in her life, and that's you. Aside from Cameron, like
Right, right.
not for nothing, Cameron. I know she loves you, and if you're watching this, I love you too, bro. Your family, but like, bitch, you know damn well that's the baby. I just the baby.
Oh
That's
yeah,
her
yeah, yeah.
baby, and
100%.
she no, yeah, no. I had to make sure my priorities were in check, and I think that was
Right.
also, like, me being in the state of a people pleaser thing that
Mm.
I've always been like. I'm always like that. I'm always doing everything for other people before I take care of myself, which I'm working on setting boundaries. So like, there's
Okay,
some
the
days where
boundaries are healthy.
setting
I like
boundaries
to hear
are
that.
healthy. They are very, very healthy, and
Yes.
I'm
I
just
only just started
now,
learning that.
and I
Same.
just started learning them over the last like year-ish, I want to say,
Yeah, same.
and
Last
having
2 years.
the people that I have in my life right now, definitely helped like sort that out and set my priorities straight.
Mhm.
So like, there's some days where I'm not gonna be in the Discord server at all, and no one's gonna be able to get a hold of me because I'm just gonna be like, you know what, fuck y'all. I am taking care of myself. I don't give a shit about you, what you got going on. Like,
Those are
not
important. Self-care days are important though.
not in the sense of fucking negative, like fuck you. More like just, you know what, fuck anything that isn't
Like
to do with
just
me today. Like, I'm
yeah,
actually gonna be a selfish person for once. And it's whole hard for me to like be a selfish person. I'm not selfish by any means. I will do
yeah,
literally anything for anybody at the drop of a hat. But
yes,
that's on building boundaries. And now I'm slowly but surely building boundaries where, okay, I
good,
can do this for
so
this
good.
person, but what is this going to cost me during today? Like, what do I have to prioritize for myself before I can do this for a person?
Mhm. Yeah, I feel you,
Mhm,
and I'm the same way. I just started learning about boundaries maybe what is it now? 2 years ago
mhm,
when I was living with Jesse, my
mhm.
cousin. Yeah, I had to. I was forced to learn boundaries really because me and my mom were living in the same room, so I had to figure something out. But yeah, boundaries are so unbelievably healthy, and when I started setting up boundaries with people, it helped immensely.
And there was some pushback. There's always gonna be pushback on people
Of
that
course,
are
yeah.
used to you not having boundaries and using the fact that you don't have boundaries to now it's like there are people that would be like, "Alright, I guess fuck you then. You don't give a shit about me, blah blah blah." And then there are other people who are like, "Alright, I respect that. Cool. Yeah, no,
Yeah, that's the usual reaction of people when you start setting boundaries. They think it's a personal attack on them. And it's like
Mhm.
I'm not setting boundaries to spite you or anything. I'm setting boundaries to make my mental health healthier. Like it's just for me
Yeah.
most most of the time. Like it's situational, but you know.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's always gonna be situational, and that's one thing that most people can agree upon.
Mhm.
Just gonna take a look see really quick.
Yeah.
Ooh-ee. Why did I go alive?
I really like how this episode just kind of went into
Chill.
chill discussions.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how it should be. All most podcasts should be pretty chill discussions,
Yeah, yeah,
but
definitely.
also that's literally you and me in a nutshell. We can literally talk about anything. So,
Definitely. Definitely.
yo, who's
We've
up in chat still? I want a question. I want some
give
questions
us
to be
questions.
answered. I don't think we got anybody but in chat besides me, to be honest.
That's okay. That's okay. We're here. We're doing our thing.
We're
And
vibing.
people
Oh,
will watch in the future as
oh
well.
shit! I left. Oops. I'm back. Wait, I'm back.
What do you
I'm
mean you left?
back.
You're still here.
No, I mean like in my damn thingy.
Don't know.
There. I'm back now.
Okay.
No, because I have the stream up and running. So if I have to moderate anything, I could just go boop
Gotcha.
boop. You thought, and then bam.
Banhammer. But yeah, my big thing is like I want to be the kind of, or I want to make the kind of content that chills people out most of
Hmm.
the time, because, and this is going a little deep, but not that much. I'll kind of like filter, but like because of
We do
like
this. I know what
PTSD and everything, I use YouTube videos and podcasts as, I know you're listening to me, so you're good.
Okay.
um I use YouTube videos and podcasts
Oh my god,
to
so heavy.
calm my brain down, because my brain never stops. It just keeps going, and I get the chatter all the time, and the voices, and I'm not saying voices like voices, just like
Like,
bad thoughts.
yeah, you're not. Yeah, yeah. Intrusive thoughts. Intrusive
Yeah,
thoughts.
intrusive thoughts and all that. Like I use YouTube videos and podcasts to basically bring my attention to something else, and it works most of the time. And I've been doing that for years now. Like literally probably since I've known you, I've been doing that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely have.
So the fact that, because I stream irregularly, but I stream, the fact that I can be that for somebody else, like, it makes me very happy, and it means a lot to me, because I would absolutely love to just be that voice in the background to take somebody's mind off of whatever they're thinking about and just chill somebody out. But yeah, is that a heated blanket?
No,
What is it?
it's a weighted blanket. It's heavy
Oh, you
as
finally got a weighted blanket? How many pounds is it?
12 pounds, bro.
12? Yeah, I have the 12-pound one, and I realize that it's not heavy enough for me. Like, I want the 15-pound or the 20-pound one.
Bruh,
TBH.
this was. I'm trying to find the right
It's
spot.
heavy when you pick it up, but when you lay it out on yourself, like, evenly, it doesn't feel that heavy. To me, at
No, I'm just
least.
trying to find the right spot so I can
Mm.
like drape it on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm. And that's another thing that
Good
helps
stem.
out ADHD.
Stem. Good
The
stem.
weighted
I
blankets are definitely a good stim. They provide deep pressure therapy,
yeah.
which is something that a lot of service dogs do, or service animals do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it just applies pressure, and it makes you focus on something else. And honestly, when I first used my weighted blanket, I knocked out. I died. I didn't even take my meds. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna try this out. So I laid down and I took my glasses off and I put the weighted blanket on me, and I was
Mm-hmm.
gone. There's no Iden anymore. He didn't exist for a few hours.
Yeah.
But weighted blankets, man, they're
This was
amazing.
I was just waiting for them to go on sale, and then I walked through Target the other day
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh snap, they have them for $25.
25?
Yeah.
What? Mine was like 70 something dollars. Holy crap.
I
Oh
didn't
my
see
god,
any other weight besides the
$25.
12-pound one. So I
If
grabbed
you
the
got
12-pound
two,
one.
you could stack them on top of each other.
Nah, man, I don't need it. I just need like
That's fine with me.
minimal, like deep pressure therapy, to be honest.
No, I want to be crushed. I don't know what that says about me, but I want to be crushed under a weighted blanket. Yeah.
You got a lot of anxiety. 12 pounds, like that's all I can think. But
Yeah.
for me though, it's like right now, what's it called? It's just kind of keeping me focused because my mind was wandering,
Hmm.
and I was slowly but surely like starting to disconnect. And I don't want to disconnect because I want to be here in the moment and
Hmm.
my brain not take me away from the moment because I'm really enjoying myself. Even
Hmm.
though, like, let's see,
We
got
do have to stop soon.
yeah, we do have to stop soon because, like, in 30 minutes, Princess has to go out.
Hmm.
So it's just like I want to make sure that I'm here to say goodbye to everybody and
Hmm.
everything like that. And also, it helps my back, believe it or not. Like,
I believe it.
Like when my back starts hurting, usually I would have to contort to like a million different positions, etc. But I've only had this weighted blanket for like 2 days now, and I can tell like when my anxiety's high, and I use it, and it just kind of relaxes me a little bit. Or if I'm about to disconnect, I'll use it, and it'll kind of ground me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But that was one thing that I haven't had in a while, was having that like deep pressure um therapy, because I used to go to massage therapy all the time and it
Mm-hmm.
would work all the knots out. I can't get the knots out myself. Like I've been using my Hitachi as for my shoulder and my neck, and I can't get any of it out because of how deep it is. I've been trying to work it out with my quartz roller. It doesn't work. And massage therapy is expensive as fuck.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes you
Expensive
gotta
as
make do.
fuck.
And
So
weighted blankets do that.
and weighted blankets do that, and it does help. And also, like back in 2016, I still had my dog,
Mm-hmm.
and he was definitely a dog that would alert to whenever I was, getting overwhelmed and
Yeah,
stuff.
dogs just like
He
are
knows, and
pre-existing. Like they know that.
PD, yeah, I'm just
Come.
using some deep
I
deep
say come.
pressure deep
Yeah.
pressure therapy right now. It's a weighted
Mm-hmm.
blanket, 12 pounds. Tranquility is the brand from Tarjay. $25.
Tarzan.
Technically, like a total of $40 because I got the $15 cover, the micro fiber cover that I have
Mm-hmm.
on it right now. Just so, like, I don't have to worry about washing a freaking 12-pound blanket
My
that
blanket
gets
is a
away.
fur magnet, and I
Yeah.
don't know why.
And
I
I'd
hate it.
rather, not destroy the washing machine with a 12-pound blanket, because we have the top.
Go flying out the window.
Well, it's in the basement, so we wouldn't know what happened until it's too late. Um,
Oh no.
but yeah, no, I'm comfortable. Yeah, I was just kind of getting a little, overwhelmed a little bit.
Mm.
In regards to like needing to be grounded and stay here in the moment, because for
Mm-hmm.
some reason, like my brain wanted to just disconnect, and I don't know why. And that's some things that I can't figure out why my brain disconnects as often as it does. Like I was in a great mood today
Mm-hmm.
after what's it called?
After your car and
After like I got out of, well, we don't have weighted blankets in Ireland. We don't have weighted blankets in Ireland that are cheap. You can look up on Amazon Tranquility, see if they're on sale.
or just weighted blanket.
Nah, look up Tranquility. They're reasonably priced. I'm not a spokesperson by any means for Tranquility, but
Mm.
I've always followed them, like when they go on sale and stuff, and they're like reasonably priced.
That's pretty
Very
good.
reasonably priced. Tranquility. The tag's on here somewhere, but I'm like in a sense of, yeah, relaxation. But
Mm-hmm.
no, what's called? Like I was in a great mood earlier, and it was when I left the dealership, and I was blasting music, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm listening to aggressive ass rap music because like I'm feeling like a thug. Like I'm like fuck yeah, I just got this car's mine, blah blah blah, my baby, blah blah. And then of course, like my brain disconnected, and then it reconnected, and I'm already like almost home, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like I just missed like 10 minutes of my life. What? And then I
Yeah.
look down, I'm like, oh, I'm almost out of gas. Cool.
That's one of the things that I've always kind of envied about people, even though I really shouldn't envy it. But
What, disconnecting?
yeah, where
Associating?
where a lot. Well, I dissociate too. I've realized, and my therapist helped me realize it. But
Okay.
I dissociate in a different way. So like a lot of people dissociate and they disconnect from reality and they don't feel emotions or they go somewhere else like as a safety mechanism, as a defense mechanism. But when
Mm-hmm.
I dissociate, my brain just immediately goes to all the bad stuff. And then I start spiraling and I get anxiety and then I have panic attacks and it sucks. And sometimes I just wish like why can I not dissociate like other people? Why can I not just disconnect?
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
And I hate it, but yeah. But I know that dissociating is not like a good thing. It's not the best.
No,
And it's
I
not
don't,
a fun thing, so
and I still don't know why I do it. And at first, I used to think it was trauma related, but considering that I haven't really had stressors relating to my trauma trigger me, um, over the last couple of years, and I dissociate a lot
mhm.
and disconnect a lot on just a normal day-to-day basis. I know for a fact that it's probably related closer to my undiagnosed borderline. But once again, if it isn't,
Mhm.
then what the fuck is it? Or what the
Yeah.
fuck is it? Because that's it's
That's
concerning.
just something you need to work on with your therapist,
Yeah,
really. Peter goes, my coping mechanism is writing poems. That's a very good coping
that's a
mechanism.
great coping
That
mechanism.
is a great coping mechanism.
Very expressive coping mechanism because not many people can do that, and
Mhm.
also like have that positive outlet, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a rough outlet. Also, we're in a stage of Q&A, so if you have any questions whatsoever about ADD, ADHD, or anything in general,
Stuff you
or,
want us to
or
talk about in the next
yeah,
episode, or
stuff you want us to talk about now while we have a
mhm.
moment, or stuff that you would like to see in the next episode, which I will be doing a poll for to set up what's it called?
Like
Um
what our next subject is going to be.
yeah, what our next subject's gonna be. I'm gonna make sure that there's a poll for that. I highly, highly, highly recommend submitting them here, submitting them into Depresso Espresso. Like, yeah, no, seriously, we got the Q&A open for another 20
Have
minutes.
we talked about good what? Hold
Good and
on.
bad mechanisms.
Yeah, coping mechanisms, like good and bad coping mechanisms.
No,
I
I
don't know
don't
if we
think
talked about that.
based on it because that also falls under like a whole category of like entire. We could literally dedicate an entire episode
Yeah.
to coping
We
mechanisms.
can make one of the episodes. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
because I'm messing with my fidget thing right now, and um you know how I have the picking problem, right? Yeah, and I've been doing very good with it, and I haven't been picking that much because trauma, but like I associate it with something else, so I haven't been doing it as much. But I just
Good.
noticed that there's a little thing on my fidget, this little red dot right in the middle of these three things, and if I actually like pick at it, I can take it out. So it kind of scratches that itch,
Mm.
if you know what I mean.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I didn't know that was there. Like I literally just discovered that right now. So yeah, I just wanted to say that
Puzzles are a coping mechanism of mine.
puzzles are good. Puzzles
I
are
haven't
good.
been able to do them for a hot minute. I'm so excited that my tart shake came through, and they're like, "Hey, we're
Mhm.
in stock. We have your Stow and Go, which is a mat. It's a
Mhm.
mat you can roll up and do your puzzle on. You can do up to a 1,500 piece puzzle, and
Mhm.
usually I'm
We have one.
always doing like 1,000 to 750 to 1,000 piece puzzles. It's my jam,
We
and
have a local toy shop in New Britain that has like a bunch of like over the top puzzles and everything, and they're really nice. And I think you would enjoy it.
what's it called?
Amados.
You mean Amados like in Middletown Amados? That's toy store that's been around for years and years and years.
I mean,
That
sure.
I think got replaced. Let me type it in. My dad used to work there.
Mm.
Amados Toy and Hobby.
Yeah, I know we
Yeah,
have one over here.
I have one in Middletown.
Oh snap! What live in? You don't live in Middletown anymore.
Leave me alone.
It's okay. Sometimes I'm still mentally back in Portland as well, so it's all good.
I don't know why I have like this weird like dissonance with the fact that I even though I like live in Glastonbury, I
Mhm.
I still grew up in the Middletown, Cromwell, Portland area. So like Middlesex County is my county, so I'll
Mhm.
always associate with everything being very close by, even though it's like 20 plus minutes away now instead of
Mhm.
like 5 minutes.
No, I completely get it.
And
I completely get it.
ironically, even though once again you moved first, and still when I
I've
was
moved
living back in
a bunch of times.
yeah, no, but I'm saying like in relative to our friendship, you moved first,
Mhm.
and still you're 20 minutes away from my house. I moved, or wait, who?
I moved to New Britain, and then I
Yep.
moved to Southington, and then I moved back to New Britain.
In all of those instances, you still remain 20 minutes away from me,
Mhm.
even when I moved.
Yeah.
Between Portland and Glastonbury, every single time you were 20 minutes away.
Can't get rid of
Our
me.
distance never changed.
You can't get rid of me. I'm here forever
No.
now.
Yeah, I'm here forever, bitch. I'm here
Yep.
forever. But yeah, chat, like what's going on? Was something that you want us to touch base on in the last 15 minutes, bro?
Yeah, I think people are just chilling,
I mean, that's
listening,
okay.
or
We're
watching
vibing.
in the future. Yeah, we're vibing.
Yeah, we're
We're
vibing.
vibing.
We're talking about every little thing we can think of.
Mhm.
I am gonna attempt to fix this goddamn bot while I have a second, and
Okay.
hopefully, let's see. Me sex, fix your shit.
Is it still acting up?
Apparently so.
Mm. That's unfortunate.
I want to fix it, but I also have to go back in and fix Streamlabs as well for my channel specifically because
Mm.
I haven't seen it in chat at all. Little bitch.
You have a what in chat?
Streamlabs, the bot, my stream bot.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Here, let me disconnect the Wi-Fi, see if that works. Oh, you work off the Wi-Fi, you cunt.
Yeah.
Alright.
My
Go to
phone does that as
dashboard.
well. Unfortunately.
Let's go to the YouTubes to set up the auto notifications. Yes.
Well, I hope that currently or in the future, this podcast can be a very chill out thing for people personally,
Yeah.
or a place to just feel welcome and open and everything like that. Because I'm like, what's it called? I'm like channeling my chill energy into this podcast, so
Hmm.
people can like feel that, you know.
Yeah, I feel
So
that.
yeah, yeah.
Hi, streamer.
I've definitely chilled out from the beginning, or since the beginning of this. So yeah, I hope everyone has a good night as well for when we eventually wrap it up. Even if there's no one in chat, but who knows about people in the future? You know, people in the future might be watching. But it's 7:47. I should go use the bathroom and put socks on and shoes and everything so I can take my dog out.
You should, but like,
I should. You should. I've had to use the bathroom for about an hour already, so.
and that's on executive dysfunction.
Well, that's on we've been doing a podcast.
Go to the bathroom for a podcast, and I'll just chill and just fuck with the what's
Mm.
oh, look at that.
Wow, comes in at the very end. I see how it is.
He don't love us no
He
more.
don't. He don't love us. I see how it is.
Cam.
You should be supporting us from the very beginning, you asshat.
Wow, the
Just kidding.
disrespect is
Just
real.
kidding. I gotta go take the pupper out. I gotta go wrap up.
Gamer girls. Sorry.
I had no. He says I had no idea. That's okay, man.
No, you're good. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
you're
give you
good.
shit because we love you and we're gonna give you shit.
If you're interested, though, we've been doing this podcast. This is what, the third episode?
Yes.
Yeah, this is our third episode of Depresso Espresso, and it's where we just kind of chill out and talk about how different mental illnesses affect us. And if you're interested, you can go into Taylor's channel and check it out. We have 2 episodes up, and once this one is done, that'll be up after a little while.
And in the next episode, we are accepting the fourth. Is it the fourth episode we're accepting guests, or is it after the fourth episode?
I wanted to do at least 3 episodes and then start accepting guests, so we can get into like the swing of things and start like a pattern and whatnot. So on the 4th episode, we can accept guests. You good? Did your headset die, or are you just not
No.
speaking? Oh, okay.
It was a little triggered by the 3.
What?
You just like 3, and then my brain just went 3. 3?
Yes, 3. 3 is a good number.
He's a fucking terrible number.
3 is a good number.
It's a great
He says
number.
he's already seen the first 2. You've already like watched them through.
Yes.
Awesome, dude.
He's committed. He loves us.
Thank
And he
you.
also dropped in chat, I think, last episode. If my
don't-
memory is correct.
I don't remember. And that's on ADHD.
And
the
that's
subject of our episode.
General shitty memory.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
on trauma too.
Yeah.
But what's it called? Depresso Espresso.
My
Well,
OG
first of all,
school.
we spelled the right way, you motherfucker. Espresso.
Yeah, it's not espresso. We will fight about that. I was
It's
live with you guys on
espresso.
last episode. Okay, so he was here on last episode.
See?
I don't remember
I did
anything.
remember. I
I
did
don't
remember.
remember anything.
I know. Your brain just goes suited.
My brain shuts
Coleman.
off. I do the episodes and then I forget everything that's happened. But if you remind me, if you'll be like, oh, this is what we talked about last time, and be like, oh yeah, no, I remember that. So yeah, that can also be considered object permanence because I'm not thinking about it, so it's not. It
No,
doesn't
you're
exist.
not. Your brain just go.
Yeah, it just go bloop. It's gone.
Oh my god, I love
man.
that we've been best friends so long. Majority of the sounds that we're gonna
effects
make,
we make.
it's probably gonna be the same fucking ones.
Yeah. But what's it called? You might want to like go back and watch the entire episode, Cameron, because this episode was ADHD. I know for a fact that you have that too. So.
Ooh, calling them out like it is. Damn, we got a whole ass family full of ADHD.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No, mom is like 100% undiagnosed.
she definitely.
She gave that to us.
Oops.
Oh man. Me and Cameron used to be on like 2 different spectrums where he was like the hyperactive one and I was the attention deficit one. And now we're just kind of both chilled out at this point.
Yeah. Now it's just like, fuck, your brain's just gonna go. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
I don't know what that emoji is. I'm too blind for that. The chat is like super small. Like pequeño.
Oh no, yeah. Maybe
What
that's
is that weed? I'm gonna play
that
Cameron.
shit.
Please.
You want some? You want some?
Yeah. Let me get some.
Yeah,
let me get
best
some.
one.
Thank you.
There you go. Puff, puff, pass air. The good oxygen.
See, now we're at the point where we've been doing this too long, and we're starting to get into the overtired silliness that has always happened to us.
No, he said when you said I had ADHD, he did like a
Oh,
little bit.
like a little, yeah.
Probably because of it. No, this is our friendship.
This is our friendship, man. This is us all the time.
We're not even like tired. It's just well,
Yeah.
he's tired actually. He's probably exhausted. But it's more so like
I didn't
we
sleep
get
last night.
yeah, it's more so like to the point where we get so relaxed around each other that we get our brains zooed out because his brain and my brain are like, hey,
Get
hey,
zooted.
hey,
Hey,
touch my
how you
finger.
doing?
Like
Okay.
the ET phone home shit. Just like
Oh man, I remember when we did the shadow puppets that one time.
that was at my
We
house.
were in it. We were like
It wasn't even
we
late
were
at night. It was
invested.
just dark in my room,
No, it
and
was like 10 o'clock.
it wasn't even that late. It had to have been earlier, and we were like hysterically laughing. He and I our phones like this on my bed, and we're like looking
We
up at
were
the
making
ceiling,
like
and we're just
shadow
making
puppets.
faces.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It was a good time. It was
it
a
was
good
a good time.
time.
It was a great
I wish
time.
you what's it called? I wish you recorded those times when we were playing Stardew Valley late at night and we got super overtired. Do you have them? I,
I'm
it's
going to
always
the
late at night.
I'm
What
going to
what
the
is that?
YouTube studio.
Oh no.
Don't say oh no. Don't say oh no.
10 o'clock, that's late for me. Bro, I was up at like 4 a.m.
Is sort
making
by
money in
private.
No Man's Sky.
Hi. Let's see.
I have over 150 million units now.
Bruh. Stardew Valley, an hour. Stardew Valley, an hour.
Yes.
I only have two
Are
of
those
them.
the ones where we get really overtired and super silly?
Probably.
The only
I
thing I
could.
remember from that is I drew like a penis in the ground with the hoe.
That's probably somewhere in there. This is 2 hours collective of footage that I recorded and uploaded to YouTube, but never actually aired on YouTube.
Right. You uploaded it privately. I
You
feel you.
want you want to be a part of this best friend group? You want to
Let's
vibe
make it
with
better than each
us?
other. Having a best friend is very.
Would you
It's.
like the air blunt to make it official?
We'll pass you the air blunt, and it'll
Like
be
the good oxygen,
it's good oxygen. He needs it. He needs the
or
oxygen.
ET phone
He's
home
an
my finger
asthmatic.
right now, right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Right
Touch that
now,
finger. You
I gotta
touch the
figure
finger.
out.
No,
There it
you,
is.
not you, him. We're initiating him. Son
Yeah,
of a bitch, you touch that fucking finger.
you touch it. Touch the finger.
I will
Pass
touch
the
this
air
camera.
blunt.
I will touch this god. Oh no,
This is
not
a
the
mental health
finger.
podcast, by the way.
Yeah, this is just keep air blunt. I'll stick with my real one. Oh shit. Are you home right now? Is that it? Or are
Share the
you at
love.
work? 'Cause, like, I'll be honest, if you at work, no judgment. Do what you gotta do to get through your shifts. But like at the same time, I don't live that far from you, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna hit you up because you got weed.
She's gonna
I don't even
straight
smoke.
up drive over there.
No, I ain't got no gas in my car, bro. That's
Take you
why I
girls
didn't show up
home.
at yours with voodoo.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
forgot
like,
about
yeah,
that.
I almost drank it, and then I'm like, nah.
That's mine.
I
That
know.
that voodoo's mine.
I promised it to you.
You did, and you said it's orange cream, so I'm excited about it now.
Yeah, I got more coming in, and I
You want to
got.
plug that real quick for Cameron? You want to
Oh
plug
shit!
your yeah,
All right, hold on.
plug it.
While I'm while I'm.
She's an ambassador right now for a energy drink company,
It's a company.
sports
It's
drink company.
so when I say sports drink, I mean like it's all vitamins and shit. And protein powders and sleeping powders and all that good also. Ooh, anyway.
hmm
Fuck. Jesus H. Christ.
If people are watching, in the future,
Ugh.
definitely watch this plug. But like everything else is not.
So actually, you know what?
mental health
A
wise.
couple other things before I showed off
Yeah,
because
yeah, go ahead. Plug it.
I might as well. I tried. I was drinking it in one of the other episodes, but I didn't have cam on, and I didn't want to actually like plug it because we were talking about some heavy ass shit, and it's just bang. No, don't even talk to me about that nastiness. Don't you ever come at me again with that shit?
Cameron, I don't know if you've discovered it yet, but our little fidget thing has a little red dot in the middle, and you can actually take it out. Wait, hold on. Take it out. And you can
Bro, they had another flavor? Bitch, what?
What other
Bruh.
flavor is it? I know you have a few
Okay.
flavors that you haven't tried yet.
Well, I didn't get my hands on them because
Alright.
the pack that I got. Ooh, what's this? Oh goddamn! So let's see. Lime ice. All right, so I guess I will do a little bit of a plug. Also,
Hell yeah, go for it. What time is it?
I don't know what time is it.
It's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. She can wait. Suck my ass now. Um. So, it comes in right though. It comes in right. All right. All right. All right. So, Raise Energy is part of the brand that I am an ambassador for / sponsored to share out and everything like that. This is a sticker. I kind of want to put it on my car now that I own my car, but I don't know. It's not a window decal. It's a sticker.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
No, but not on my car. On my car, like in my window. I want it in my window, like on my back window, where I can't see it,
Gotcha.
but everyone else has to look at it.
Right.
There's also this one for one of the flavors. Of course,
Wow, very
ironically,
patriotic.
yeah, just like Apollo, the flavor, red, white, and blue, firecracker, and also our token army boy in the Discord. But yeah, this company is amazing, and I'm not gonna do like any crazy ass review or anything like that because I want to get my hands on the other flavors.
This is just a plug. This isn't a review video.
Low key plug. So Voodoo, look at this sexy ass.
That's mine. I'm getting that soon. That's mine.
Look at this sexy.
If it's good, I'll buy more.
If
I enjoy it, I'll buy more.
So the reason why I love this, one, no sugar, none, no sugar whatsoever. You do not get cracked out. This is 300 mg's of caffeine. You do not get cracked out from it. You want to know why? Because it's slow release as a motherfucker. You also don't get any type of caffeine headache, which I love as someone who has chronic migraines. You do not have any sort of like, what's it called? Need to drink it. Unless you're solely drinking for the flavor, which I completely understand because shit, I've been hoarding this until I get my new pack. So this way I'm like, all right, I can drink it and I'll have extra in the house if I want to drink some more. Because this is such a good flavor. This tastes like orange creamsicle. Like orange creamsicle, like the good like ice cream bars, like think like orange dilly bar from DQ. Like those are good. The reason why I like this too is it's also very hydrating and it's low carbonation.
They're not shakes. No,
this is
it doesn't give you the shakes.
No, it does not give you shakes. You do not get cracked out. Like you do not get cracked out. You don't get migraine. It is only available through the website, which I can easily give you a link to, and I can send it through Messenger, and you can use a code to get a sample pack for literally only $10. You want to know what $10 is? Shipping. And the sample pack is 4 flavors.
Is it vegan?
Actually,
like, is there any animal byproduct or
ingredients? Carbonated water, citric acid, refresh performance complex, which is caffeine, taurine, potassium, tyrosine, BCCA aminos. Let's see. More caffeine. Natural and artificial flavors. Sucralose. Is sucralose vegan? Or sucralose? See, I know. So sucralose, that's one thing that I'm not sure about because it's a sugar replacement.
Mm.
Potassium sorbate, which just preserves freshness. Sodium benzoate, which also preserves freshness. And then isoflame potassium.
And that's it?
Yeah, no, there's no animal products in this. It's literally carbonated flavored water. Low carbonated flavored water because I got bad acid reflux.
But with caffeine in it.
Caffeine, yes.
Yeah.
Let me put
Are you
back.
okay?
I
What's
can't
going on?
see
Oh,
how
okay.
much sodium in it. Sodium, 15 mg, 1% sodium, 2% potassium, zero carb, zero fiber, zero sugar, zero protein, zero fat, zero cholesterol. There's no calories whatsoever in this. Just a
Yeah, calories and
16
everything.
fluid ounce can of delicious
Yumminess.
goodness. There are
Okay.
other flavors too. It is caffeine, it's slow release. But the reason why I love it so much is because you just don't get messed up from it. There's
Mhm.
no residual like caffeine hangovers, there's no caffeine addiction. Like it hits you, it wakes you up, and then you can sip on it. It's a sip. It's definitely a drink you could chug, but not recommended. You don't need to chug it.
Yeah.
And but no, they tell you you can chug it, and they make it clear like, hey, 18 plus. You're not gonna find it
Drink
anywhere.
responsibly.
Yeah, and the reason why is because of all the what's it called? You don't even crash from it, which I love. Um, they tell you make sure you do not drink this within 6 hours of sleepy time because then you won't be
Because
able to
there's so
sleep.
much, yeah, caffeine in that.
But the one thing that I do love about it is that you literally can't just find it in what's it called? Oh, my people will call your people. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I got you. I'm actually going to be making some care packages. If you want, I can give you a free sample. And then if you're into it and you want to try something else, you can order off the site. Or you can order off the site and only pay $10 shipping. And you get four of not this specific flavor, but you get four cans of these bad boys. You get 2 hyper sleep aids, which is um
Knocks you
exactly
out.
literally knocks you the fuck out. And I'm looking right now and I do not see any animal products in it. It literally it's just a supplement. It's a supplement powder.
It's
Vitamin
probably
D3,
just
vitamin
melatonin.
B6, magnesium, zinc, GABA, glycine, theanine. I can't say that for that. Melatonin. And it's low melatonin. It's only 5 mg's of
Oh,
melatonin.
that's nothing.
That's low. But bitch, I put this in 17 fluid ounces of water. I couldn't even finish the water. I was fucked up and died.
Yep.
This
Yeah.
had me in a coma, which proves it works. And also
Mhm.
read the label, kids. Read the
Yeah.
label
Read the
because
label.
the first time you use the hypersleep, you're supposed to only use half the packet.
Did you use the whole packet?
Yeah. I'm thinking, all
Oh
right,
my
cool.
god.
Because majority of this is like, oh, use it with 8 to 10 ounces of water, which is like a normal glass of water. But I usually drink like 17-ounce bottles of water, like the normal Poland Spring bottle of water, which is
Mhm.
17 ounces. So I'm thinking, okay, like I'm gonna be drinking more than that. That's fine. Also, yeah, I fucking died, but I felt so good in the morning.
Because you got sleep, you got that
I
proper
got
rest.
that good REM sleep that I almost didn't wake up from.
He
Um,
goes, damn, you OD'd.
I did, but like I just discovered because usually I'm not the type of person who use supplements in any way, but I'm like, you know what? I hadn't been sleeping good. Let me try it out. Read the fucking label, people. Hypersleep from Rep Sports. They also have cinnamon swirl, so it tastes like Cinnabon. And the one that I tried, which is this one, was vanilla soft serve. When I tell you it tastes like exactly like
Ooh.
vanilla ice cream, I am you all the way messed up because it does.
Nice.
And then this is pre-workout fuel, which is not a what's it called? And
There
they
you
have
go,
a
Cameron.
whole
Don't you take pre-workout or use pre-workout or whatever?
natural artificial flavor. Hold on, a little back. Supplements. Okay, so there's just a bunch of supplements. This is called nuclear pre-workout because it also has caffeine in it.
Pre-workout already makes you like
However-
super hype, right?
Yeah, but this is 350 mg's of
Yikes.
caffeine.
That's
And then
terrifying.
let's see, stim blend. Yeah, they have stimulants in here. And they've got black pepper extract for that.
You're not fat. You're not fat,
Bro,
dude.
you're not fat.
You're not even close to fat.
Nah, I could, bruh.
Bruh. Alright, I have to it's getting around that time. I have to
Yeah,
get going.
there's some interesting flavors. Like this is guava melon, and the other one's lime ice or whatever. And also,
Myself
they have on the go energy powder. So if you don't want to ingest 300 mg's of caffeine,
Mm-hmm.
you can use this, and it's an electrolyte based powder. So it's like drinking a Gatorade with energy, and just put it in your water, start your day. It flavors your water. You drink your water. You don't even have to like chug it, and it wakes you the hell up in a gentle manner. And once again, no crash, no sugar, no nada.
Mm-hmm.
But both of these do have electrolytes in it to make sure that you're getting hydrated. I cut these with water, so I'll only drink half of it, and then I'll add water to it just to make sure like I don't overdo it with my acid reflux. But I've chugged the whole thing of one of these bad boys, and because of the low
Yeah, that's
carbonation,
probably what I'll do.
huh?
That's probably what I'll do.
Yeah,
Chug the
no,
entire thing.
it's good. It's good. So, when I realized I like cranked almost the entire can, I'm like, whoa. Am I doing this
Yeah.
because I need the caffeine, or am I doing this because it tastes good? And then
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a minute, when do I ever like do that for caffeine?
Mm-hmm.
And the only time I've ever done that is like for specific Red Bulls, but I haven't looked at a Red Bull in a hot minute. I haven't needed a Red Bull in a hot minute. Now I look at Red Bull and I'm like, hey, you suck. And you're expensive. And then same thing with like Starbucks. Like I don't go to Starbucks unless I'm like like craving the taste of espresso, etc. So
Take a shank with you?
what?
He wants me to take a shank with me. I mean, I live in New Britain, so yeah.
Oh yeah. I feel that. Yeah, no
All right,
worries.
man.
No worries,
Good
man.
night.
I will reach out to you. So if you're interested, I can give you some free shit, and we can go from there. And I'm gonna actually look further into the information so I can find out exactly how vegan this bad boy is. Because if it's all vegan, then boo boo, you good to go.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna plug my stuff real quick before we leave.
You plug it.
My YouTube is Chroma, just Chroma, and I'm going to start back streaming, alternating between Spyro and Subnautica. So watch out for that, and I will keep doing that. So,
and you'll be able to find the link in the description for that. I'm also going to drop the link for his channel in the chat as well. So give me 2 seconds to do that. And you guys, we love you so much. Thank you so much for watching and stopping by and listening to me go on a tirade about this stuff and this
review video coming soon.
The review video is coming soon once I get my hands on the other damn flavors that have been out of stock for God knows how long because of the demand. They're popular freaking flavors. I've been trying to get Phantom Freeze for a long time. It's the one that I told you the review on the flavor was Jesus Sweat. Nectar of the Gods.
The Nectar of the Gods.
And I'm just like, y'all got me fucked up. And then someone else is like, it tastes like the beautiful glacier blue Gatorade that we don't love. And I'm like, oh, that fucked me up with that flavor because I love that. So without a doubt, I mean, all of them, I don't really have complaints about. Some of them are just too sweet for me personally. So that's why I have the ranking system updating as we go, as I try them. And then, yeah. But Aiden, I want this can back. Do not throw this can out. Lord help you, Jesus.
I will not throw the can out. I have a hard time throwing out water bottles in my room, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, heard, because I'm gonna make a cute little thing that's gonna go on my shelf. Ooh, not on my shelf, right here.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna glue all the cans together.
All right, I gotta go. Mother's texting me now, so
Oh, oh, oh! The princess is getting
yes.
antsy. All right, y'all. Much love. Thank you so much for watching.
Mhm.
We love you, and we'll see you in episode 4, maybe
Mhm.
with a couple guest appearances. We don't know what the
Maybe.
topic is. We don't know the date yet, but if you go into the Discord, you will be able to find out. Get a Depresso roll, and you will be able to keep updated 24/7 on what's going on with this stream and podcast series. Love
Yep.
you all. We out.
Peace.